Jordan, guys, thank you very much. A perfect day for football here in New England. Sunny and cool with temperatures in the mid-40s. And Boston College fans delighted to see star quarterback Phil Jurkovec back on the field. BC a different team with Phil the Thrill running the show. And from beautiful Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, on the ACC network presented by Subway, it's BC and FSU vying for a November victory. Boston College trying for win number 7. FSU still with a chance to be bowl eligible with a couple of wins here at the tail end of the season. So good of you to join us, everybody. I'm Dave O'Brien. My partner is the newly minted Boston College Hall of Famer Tim Hasselbeck. Kelsey Riggs joining us on the field. Partner, congratulations into the BC Hall of Fame just last night. And the guy who's running the show now for BC, who is back after the broken wrist, Phil Jurkovec, he's going to join you one day in that Hall of Fame.
He's an outstanding quarterback, and his return has given Boston College hope. Hope offensively and defensively. And there's a couple of reasons why. He's always a threat to score when the ball is in his hands. Great example against Virginia Tech. Zay Flowers doesn't look open, but the accuracy on throws down the field make Boston College a different team offensively. Then his ability as a runner and not design runs. This is a great example of when things break down in the passing game of how difficult he can be to get down. He's drawn comparisons to Ben Roethlisberger because of that physical style of play. He's given them hope. There's reason for hope, and it's impacting both sides of Boston College football team.
Yeah, responsible for 6 touchdowns in the last 2 games since his return. For more on his story, let's toss it down to Kelsey.
Well, guys, their head coach Jeff Hafley told us that this team is rejuvenated with Phil Jurkovec back, that his quarterback is more confident than ever as a leader as well. He's the guy who's speaking up in the locker room now. He's breaking this team down. Mentally, he is all in, and physically, as far as that risk goes, he says he's still not 100%, won't be for a few months, but he's feeling more like himself than he ever has. Their offensive coordinator, Frank Signetti, said having him creates hope, which turns into belief, and that sets your soul on fire.
Oh, speaking of heart and soul, how about Jordan Travis of FSU? And this is a guy who can break your ankles. He can do it with the running game. Last week threw for over 270 yards in the air.
Yeah, probably, his best drive of the season was the game winner against Miami a week ago. And, with all of the hope and belief that Boston College has in Phil Jurkovec, Florida State has that same hope and belief in Jordan Travis. And his ability as a runner has been well documented and is outstanding, but he's really developing as a passer. And they're a different football team. He's been in and out of the lineup, but when he plays, they are a handful to defend.
Yeah, look out. He owns the 2 longest runs by an FSU quarterback all time. 88 yards against Pitt last year, 66 yards against Boston College. Florida State won the toss. They defer, so BC will receive the opening kickoff in the sunshine here in beautiful Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. And we are set to go on a gorgeous day. The high today, probably about 46 degrees. Travis Levy will take it right at the 1-yard line. And across the 20, got a block there. And finally knocked down, so Boston College on the attack. Jurkovec, this has been a great story. He was a tremendous high school athlete growing up in Pennsylvania. Obviously a great quarterback. He was also, after Notre Dame, coming here to Boston College, a great story here too, because last year, 10 career starts, BC record almost 2,600 yards in the air, and this year he is 4-0 as a starter, Tim.
Yeah, and you talk about his record here at Boston College, the impact he's had on the program. That's why they missed him so much when he was out of the lineup with the wrist injury.
Jurkovec gets away from one tackler and fires and complete. Got that one free to Jaden Williams. And picks up a quick first down. The stop by Cooper, but a 19-yard gain immediately.
And that's a big-time play by Phil Jurkovec. That's not the design of the play. Had a little bit of pressure, directed some traffic, was able to find the big pickup.
Return to start the Virginia Tech game on November 5th. After missing basically half the season, Garwo is going to be taken down by Keir Thomas, a 60-year man for FSU. The Noles 4-6 coming in, fresh off that huge win over rival Miami and Tallahassee. FSU winning it 31-28 when Miami illegally spiked the ball with less than 3 seconds to play, ending that game. Pat Garwo in the backfield. has a chance to go over 1,000 yards today. Jurkovec on the back pedal and incomplete. Off the fingertips of Garwo. Had an opportunity to make a catch there, but incomplete.
Yeah, Garwo, not necessarily the back. They like to use that of the backfield. And Mike Norvell just to kind of talk about the situation that Florida State is in. I think this team has been improving under his leadership, and you see it seeing growth on both sides of the ball from September to now, in my estimation.
3rd down 10. They expect magic when the ball leaves Jurkovec's hand. He's going to rifle this one, and that's going to be incomplete. And an opportunity for an interception. Marion Cooper had a chance to make a play there, but incomplete. And BC to punt.
Yeah, fortunate it was incomplete because it ends up being a poorly thrown ball and was nearly intercepted. What's interesting with Jurkovec, with him being back and all of the confidence that they have in him, and they feel like the big play potential, there's been some talk about his hand strength not being back to where it should be, or at 100%. I think there are a few times, Dave, where the ball comes out of his hand a little funny like it did there.
Short punt. And it keeps on rolling to the 20-yard line. And that's where BC will down it. 35-yard kick. And that means that the Seminoles get their first crack at it offensively. Jordan Travis. Solid game against Miami. We mentioned 274 passing yards. Didn't throw a touchdown, but that was a career high. He rushed for 62 and ran for 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and he rushed it 22 times. He is an outstanding runner. And it's hard to be an accurate passer when you're running the football a lot, but seeing growth in him as a passer and as a runner, he's really the first thing you need to deal with as a defense when you see the Seminoles.
Good group of running backs as well. The quarterback will flip this one on the move and hit the tight end McDonald for a first down, and a 12-yard pickup. Cameron McDonald has a couple of touchdown passes this season. He has 19 catches, number 2 on the team.
And that first play, that drive opener, is a great example. That's almost a halfback pass. He's so dangerous as a runner. The way that looked like run before the tight end ends up leaking out.
Jishan Corbin the back, along with Travis, so dangerous running the football. He has 6 rushing touchdowns this season as well. And on 1st and 10, he's going to hit Douglas. Douglas on the move, and will pick up another first down. He was huge against Miami. Caught 4 passes for 90 yards. One of those went for 60 in the victory against Miami, and that picks up 22.
And you can see what Florida State's trying to do. There's a shift in a motion, and then it's Douglas scraping across the formation, and he gets lost in coverage as Isaiah Graham Mobley isn't able to stay with him.
And flags down on 1st and 10. Just getting underway here at Boston College on a Hall of Fame induction weekend.
Delay of game. Defense, disconcerting signals. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
An unusual call, and Jeff Hafley not happy with it, but obviously disconcerting signals would be the defense trying to simulate the snap count, which obviously you can't do, and that one goes against BC.
So cut it in half, 1st and 5. Corbin in motion. And the quarterback again will handle the football. On the move, Travis, and stopped by Cam Horsley after a 3-yard gain. Eagles coming in at 6-4, 2-4 in the ACC. They are bowl eligible in a dramatically up and down season for Boston College. They started the year 4-0. Had a shot to beat Clemson here in early October, missed that opportunity. Then they lost 4 straight. And obviously the return of their quarterback has made a giant difference. Corbin trying to bounce outside, strung out past the 30-yard line and out of bounds, and they'll give him 8 on the carry. Rashawn Ward with the carry, and they will move the sticks.
I'm impressed with Florida State right now. You're doing a lot. They are a game plan specific offense and try to give you different looks. It's been shifts and motions, and right now BC not really able to come up with an answer.
Empty backfield here. Travis, and complete on the near sideline. Wilson with the catch, Ontario Wilson, they call him Pokey. And Elijah Jones to stop him. Jones playing very, very well for BC. Gain of 4.
Yeah, the corners for BC have played well this year. Brandon Sebastian and Elijah Jones. But I also think for Florida State, they do feel like the speed at their wide receiver, position and group gives them an advantage in this matchup.
2nd down and 6. Travis with the handoff for Williams. Tried to cut outside, and eventually DePalma with the tackle. Vinny DePalma, the junior out of New Jersey. They call him the coach on the field for the defense for the Eagles. He's the most vocal guy out there.
Even referred to him as the maestro in terms of getting things set up. And he's had to play valuable snaps with Isaiah Grant Mobley out. And the big 3rd and 6 here, I'd expect an RPO for Florida State.
Travis taking a snap, looking, and over the middle, and finds a receiver. There is a flag down. Jordan Wilson with the catch, but a flag dropped right at the 10-yard line. And looking like
pass interference.
FSU.
Offense, number 4. 15-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Jordan Wilson is wide open, and it looked like he was running a bit of an option route. And so here's Wilson. He ends up just running an option route. He ends up getting called for the push-off. And I got to be honest, I didn't see it, and I don't think it's there. I think what the official ends up seeing is that Cam Arnold kind of stumbles, but
yeah, that's a bad call.
That's a really bad call because Jordan Wilson is running an option route, and Cam Wilson's just kind of running past him and stumbles. Not sure that was seen correctly by the official.
So it brings a 3rd down and 21 for Travis. Trying to air it out for that sideline, but incomplete. Flags dropped here as well around the 20-yard line.
Well, Cam Arnold's going to give it back with this pass interference. And
Pass interference. Defense, number 27. 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down.
Yep, right back the other way.
Yeah, just never turns around. He's running with Corbin, and the reality is a lot of times you get linebackers playing outside the numbers in space, in coverage. They kind of panic, and that's really what Cam Arnold did. He's in good shape in terms of how he's relating to the back, but just decides to grab him and obviously saves the drive for Florida State.
Another empty look. Going to fire that one to Toafili. Turn across the 30-yard line before they spin him out. And a stop by Brandon Barlow, a 50-year man out of New York. Going to lose 2 yards. 2nd down 13. Travis of North Carolina accounted for all 5 touchdowns in that win. Became the only player in FSU history with 3 passes and 2 rushing touchdowns in a single game. Dropping back to throw, and incomplete. Short over the middle. It was tipped to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. He does have the shallow cross coming open, and it's a good read by Jordan Travis, and hard to see who it was, but hand gets up there and gets knocked out. And so now you're kind of in one of these known passing situations, and this is where I think you can really see growth in Jordan Travis's game. Known passing situation, routes have got to be down the field. If he can stay in rhythm, he's generally pretty accurate. 9th
play of the drive for the Seminoles. Travis again, pressure on, and he's going to go down at the 40-yard line. Sacked on the play by Elijah Jones. We just talked about how effective he has been, and that's going to be a 12-yard loss.
Yeah, here we go. Pressure is coming off of this side, and Travis wants to escape out of it, but they do a good job, BC does, of keeping contained. It's a secondary pressure. You see him come off the edge. Travis just not able to hold it, and now obviously with the sack, takes him well out of field goal range.
So BC with a huge defensive play early. Jalen Gill will watch this one float. And it's going to be down at the 1 yard line. On a coverage by Florida State. Standing coverage there by T.J. Davis. 38-yard kick.
Storm Team 4's Janice Huff. Janice, give us an update on how much worse it's going to get tomorrow.
Oh, the humidity is going to stay where it is. The temperatures are going to get hotter, and that's what's going to make it
At Florida State University, we are proving that ambitious imaginations will help shape the future. And a new generation can do more than just dream of a better world. They can make it happen. We are living proof. We are Florida State University.
Gifts for elves, check. Now just in the dang coupon code.
Hold your reindeer, Santa. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them. Just download it to your computer. It's free.
Oh.
Capital One Shopping. What's in your wallet?
Luna Rosa Ocean, the new fragrance by Prada.
When I listen to my Sonos, I feel everything.
I can't imagine cooking without Sonos in the kitchen.
It literally makes the food taste better.
It does make the food
She's
taste
in there,
better.
she's stirring.
When you hear the crowd, it's infectious. It's like we're at the game.
I was sold with the theater setup because I'm a big movie fan, and
Right.
you want to be able to feel like you're there.
It's just so simple. Helps you stay in the moment. I get rid of my couch before I get rid of my Sonos.
$5 for the best kind of wings, paired with the best kind of celery sticks. Crinkle fries. Arby's, we have the meat.
Surprise! It's a new Buick.
You got me a new Buick?
Oh.
And there are more gifts inside. Wow!
I don't even know what to open first.
How about this?
You got me the head-up display.
Heated steering wheel. The massaging seat.
Do you love it?
Okay, what next?
Watch this, Mom.
Alexa, turn on holiday lights.
This year, give the gift of technology in every Buick SUV.
We're debating whether this outfit is permissible before Thanksgiving, but I think here in New England, it certainly is with the temperatures in the 40s. I mean, Santa's here.
Look at Santa. His BC hat.
Ja'Kai Davis, by the way, downing that ball at the 1 yard line. So this will be a 99-yard effort by Djokovic, and already activity on that front line by the Seminoles. So that will certainly help the Eagles' cause.
Offside. Defense number 91 with contact. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And the reason that's such a bad penalty by Robert Cooper is everybody knows that the risk reward as an offense when you're backed up of going on to a hard count, something is always there. It's coached. You know about it. Obviously, the breathing room that gives an offense is significant. It's a nice job of using the snap count by Djokovic.
1st and 5. Moving the football out to the 6-yard line. And we'll keep it on the ground here. And a stop by Amari Gaynor on Garwold. That'll gain 3. Seminoles lost their first 4 games of the season. They barely snuck past Syracuse, or it would have been 0-5. They started out with an overtime loss to Notre Dame and then fell to Jacksonville State, Wake, and Louisville. Also losing to Clemson and NC State. They are 9-1 in their last 10 meetings against Boston College.
I've been impressed with the resolve after the slow start.
And stacked up tight defense on the line there by the Seminoles. Fabian Lovett, part of that strong front 4 for the Noles.
It is a strong front 4, and Lovett just does a great job of shedding the blocker, and that's Trapillo who's filled in for Christian Mahogany. It's the strength of their football team, no doubt about it. They're 4 defensive linemen, and they're active, and they've gotten everybody in the conference's attention so far this season. 3rd down 2.
And it's Garwo, actually Levy this time with the carry. Travis Levy with Keir Thomas on the tackle.
Well, and there you go. And that's the second time we've mentioned Keir Thomas. And Jermaine Johnson gets a lot of attention, but Keir Thomas has had a tremendous season as well, and that's a big play on 3rd and 2 when it looked like there was maybe room to pick up the first down.
Only got one. So Boston College backed up and will punt. And Wilson back around midfield for the Seminoles. Trying to get great field position here early. Wilson back to the 40. Looking for some room and takes a pretty good shot there, shy of the 50-yard line. 47-yard kick, a 7-yard return. There is a flag down. 6:40 to go here in the first, and no score. Florida State and Boston College. And they will get together and talk about the flag. You mentioned an awfully sharp hit right around midfield.
There's no foul on the previous play. TV timeout.
That means us. We'll take that break. 0-0 game in the first.
ESPN, home of the college football postseason. Welcome home.
Storm Team 4's Janice Huff. Janice, give us an update on how much worse it's going to get tomorrow.
Oh, the humidity is going to stay where it is. The temperatures are going to get hotter, and that's what's going to make it
At Florida State University, we are proving that ambitious imaginations will help shape the future. And a new generation can do more than just dream of a better world. They can make it happen. We are living proof. We are Florida State University.
Hey, I can tell you're a fan. Lucky for you, nothing keeps you connected like AT&T 5G.
5G, huh? Is that fast?
Oh yeah, it's fast.
And is it reliable?
Definitely is.
What about secure?
Oh yeah, it's secure.
Love it.
How many of those you got? I don't know. You're very good at whatever this is.
You flatter me.
It's not complicated. AT&T 5G is fast, reliable, and secure.
This is called momentum. And there's no off-season. It's work that builds on itself. Over and over and over again.
One more. Let's go.
No perfect scenario, no perfect conditions. Just a continuous journey of improvement. Through training, through competing, through recovery. Because the only way is through.
Aflac policyholders have been paid $37 billion directly. That's a lot of money.
Did somebody say money? Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac is ready for prime time.
Aflac is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
ACC Network College Football is presented by the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway.
Well, these folks don't have to go to school to learn how to stay warm. They're very, very good at it. You're going to need some help today. All bundled up, starting to feel a little bit like winter finally here in New England.
It is. I think that Florida State probably caught a break with the sun and that it isn't a little bit colder, but definitely a great day for football.
And wonderful to have a noon kickoff. We haven't had many of those, our particular show here on the ACC Network, and a huge day in the conference. And Travis is back to throw and incomplete off the hands of Ward. And could not make the catch. Boston College, Tim, banged up defensively with some key people out.
Yeah, and with the injuries on defense, they're just not as fast. You know, speed on the defensive side has been a bit of an issue. It's why getting Isaiah Grant Mobley back in the lineup has helped. Brandon Sebastian, same thing. But losses, you know, for out today, Josh DeBerry and Salah, you know, that ends up being a pretty significant deal for BC in terms of the speed discrepancy with the replacements.
And for Corbin, Trying to dance back to the center of the line, got across the 50-yard line, and we'll pick up 3 yards as we toss it down to Kelsey Riggs.
Well, guys, we got to talk with their defensive coordinator, Tim Lukaboo, about some of those injuries, and he told us, look, it's November. Regardless of what league you're in, you say a prayer, you hope you've drafted or recruited well, because you have some big-time injuries this time of year. It's when guys really have to step up. We'll see if they're able to.
3rd down and 7 for the Noles. Again, an opportunity to become bowl eligible with a couple of victories. Trying to come up to Boston and pick off the Eagles today. Travis across the 50-yard line and taken down into the BC bench by Cam Arnold. He'll gain 7 though. And good pressure by Marcus Valdez, but not enough to deny them a 1st down.
It's a really good job by Jordan Travis. You see the pressure that gets brought inside. Florida State does an excellent job of picking it up. Isaiah Graham Mobley looks like he slips. And that's all Jordan Travis needs is one defender to fall. He make you pay.
Does not need much. He's going to rifle this one and a drop. Drop by Parchment, the wide receiver. Opportunity to make a catch there. Did not haul it in off the hands.
Yeah, and that's a miss for Jordan Travis. He has Parchment, balls thrown behind. He also had Pokey Wilson going down the sideline. And I think it's one of the things I referenced it earlier is after runs for quarterbacks, it's just harder to be accurate at times. I think that's what got Jordan Travis.
2nd and 10 at the 40. Travis with another handoff, open space here on the right side by Corbin. Cam Arnold with the stop, but that's an 8-yard gain. Corbin's averaging 6.5 yards per carry, and he can be very dangerous bouncing outside like that.
I think it's a good stable of backs that Florida State has. They rotate a bunch of them in. They're all pretty versatile, and you know, for Boston College, when they have defenders in place to make tackles, especially in the front, they've got to be able to do it, because when they get to the 2nd level, the speed for Florida State will really start to show up.
They're down 2. Wants to put it in the air, now on the move. And got close. Cam Horsley eventually with the stop. There's a flag once again on the play. So a flag down, 4:46 to go here in the 1st. No score here at Chestnut Hill, and they will gather again to discuss this call.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, within the run, automatic, 1st down.
No question about it. Vinny DePalma's got his hand in there on Jordan Travis's face mask, and you know, plays like that are the things that are really that make Florida State a difficult offense to defend. That's a nice play. Climb in the pocket on a 3rd and 2. Even if you don't get it, you're close. Maybe go for it on 4th down, then obviously draw the penalty. Gives you a big pickup.
FSU's been outstanding in the red zone this season. And on the outside to carry once again. Got down close to the 15-yard line by Ward. We mentioned that for a 4-6 team, Florida State has been excellent in the red zone, converting 25 consecutive trips. They're 1st in the ACC in red zone percentage at over 71%, and in touchdown percentage.
And 13 is the biggest reason for it. You know, his ability to be a tough physical runner, you know, I just think opens up so much once you get down in the red zone, and gives you another player you have to defend.
2nd and 9. Travis to roll. Gets free of one. Fires that one and complete. And a catch made by Wilson. Wilson for the corner and in for a touchdown. 16 yards for the strike.
Well, I just said it was 13. It was Jordan Travis when they get into the red zone. And it's plays like that that are exactly why. I mean, it's a move the pocket bootleg play, and he's got immediate pressure, and there just is a calmness about him. That's an excellent job of finding Wilson on the over route for the score.
Brings on Ryan Fitzgerald for the point after. So Florida State on top. here in the first quarter with 3:43 to go. And they have taken a 7-0 lead. Pokey Wilson finds the end zone.
Well, he finds the end zone. It's because of the work of his quarterback, Jordan Traffic, finding Wilson as Florida State gets out on top.
A conference with some of the most storied programs in college football. We are national champions and raise some of the brightest stars. We are coaching legends who have left their mark on the game, and those legends who continue to write history. We are the past, present, and future on Sundays. We are the ACC, and this is ACC football.
How's Sanchez looking?
With your QB's increased spin rate, any pass with a launch angle of at least 43 degrees puts Sanchez in the end zone.
You a data analyst or something?
An investor in Invesco QQQ, a fund that gives you access to NASDAQ 100 innovations like AI statistical analysis software.
How am I going to do?
Become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Fuel your grind with Gatorade's proven formula and the right blend of electrolytes to help you on your journey to greatness.
When you spend all year serving others, you don't just land on the nice list. You get rewarded by becoming the top brand in new vehicle quality in the automotive industry. Celebrate at the Ram Black Friday sales event.
It's Walmart's Black Friday deals for days. Score a $69 air fryer and get other huge deals all week long. Shop Walmart's Black Friday deals for days.
And it's NBA on ESPN time. I'm ready. Say go. Buy, make the block where the leg go. Hey, then it's case closed. Looking at the grave with the say so.
Wednesday on ESPN.
We got stuff to get into, man.
Is this rehearsal or is this real?
This is the real.
Oh, this is the real show. Nice weekend.
On the planet, join Team Red, Blue, or whatever color you choose. The Revolution Blaster has quick slide reload and 300-foot range. With the all-new Micro Blaster's built-in receiver, you can play blaster to blaster. The ultra-long-range blaster has the longest range of any Laser X ever, over 500 feet. The Equalizer lets you blast multiple opponents at once. You can get the Micro Blaster double set for $29.99, and shipping is free. Batteries not included. Extra blasters sold separately. Must be 18 or older to order.
We welcome you back to ACC Network Football presented by Subway. And here at Boston College, it's the Seminoles striking first on top 7-0.
Yeah, really impressive drive, you know, in terms of what Jordan Travis was able to do. A couple of first downs running the football, obviously drew the face mask penalty. And a really good play for the touchdown.
So the Noles to kick off, and Levy will take it across the 20-yard line, the 25, and a nice return of 27 yards back to that route.
Well, here's Pokey Wilson. He's running an over route, but watch what happens to Vinny DePalma, the linebackers. He's trying to get back into coverage. Wilson just ends up colliding with him, gets him on the ground, and actually I think it ended up helping time things up a little bit for Florida State because Jordan Travis, remember, had to react and move in the pocket. Also need to mention was an outstanding block by the tight end Jordan Wilson on Brandon Sebastian to help Pokey get into the end zone.
Well, an injury here as Joe Lang is the man down for FSU. The return came out to the 32-yard line. And good to see Lang back up on his feet. So Jurkovec coming back out for Boston College. All of the BC coaches say that his return means, and you mentioned it in the open, the word hope. He brings supreme confidence. Jeff Hafley said it was like hitting the reset button on the season, like we were starting the season all over again when he returned 2 games ago, because very few people thought he was coming back from that wrist injury, that busted wrist. Speaking of getting busted, good hit there at the 30-yard line by Derek McClendon. Going to lose a yard.
Nice job of retracing his steps by McClendon to get Jurkovec down. But you're right, David. You know, and Jeff Hafley didn't tell his team that Phil Jurkovec was coming back, even when he thought that he may. Just kind of showed up at practice one time, and the defensive guys were like, wait a second, who is that, you know, under center? And he has given them hope. I think last week against Georgia Tech was a great example of it when they're down 21-7, but yet head into halftime up 28-21, and a lot of it because of their quarterback.
Jurkovec can do this too. Staying up, trying to make a move, but they come up and say hello is Jermaine Johnson, who does that an awful lot, doesn't he? 62 tackles now, the most in the country for a Power 5 lineman.
Yeah, this is a big-time hit by Jermaine Johnson. Jurkovec just kind of fighting for more yards, and Jermaine Johnson, that is a big guy with a lot of speed and a lot of talent pursuing to the football. He's been incredible this season, has had an outstanding year, and one of the reasons why when people talk about Florida State's front four, he's the first name that you think of.
Indeed, he's an All-America candidate, leads the ACC in sacks. Jurkovec, a little bit of pressure there, underthrown. There are flags everywhere. And an interference coming up. Looking for his tight end, Luchetti there, but Cooper guilty on the flag.
Pass interference. Defense, number 37. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Marion Cooper gets hit with that third FSU penalty.
Yeah. Mike Norvell doesn't like it, and there's a lot of grabbing going on both directions.
Yes.
I mean, I think, and Mike Norvell's furious. I think he probably has a right. I mean, you know, Luchetti's grabbing, Cooper's grabbing, and it just kind of ends up being, you know, which way the official wants to call it.
Well, they get the first down out of it, 1st and 10. BC on the move. And diving ahead, it's Garwo. He'll pick up 2 yards. We were talking with Frank Signetti, the offensive coordinator for Boston College, who's one of the most delightful coaches to chat with. And he said, I'm not comparing Jurkovec to Aaron Rodgers, who he coached at Green Bay, but he says they're similar in this regard. When you call a play, when he's passing, something magical can happen. 2nd down 8. Here they come again, going to drag him down. He got it free, though. Somehow got a completed pass. Got that one to Luchetti, the tight end. And a little bit slow on the rise. All of that for 2 yards. Serious pressure again by Johnson.
Well, Ben Petrullo having a hard time with Jermaine Johnson, and listen, you can create bad plays happening at, but this is a little bit what you see from Jurkovec. At times it seems reckless, and he hit the ground hard after that collision, and you know, looks to be up and okay now. But that's why you see these comparisons, or hear the comparisons to Ben Roethlisberger, because he's hard to get down and finds a way to get the ball out of his hands to avoid negative plays.
Somehow complete. Open space to run. He'll slide down, and he got stuck. And that's going to bring a flag, no question about that. Jamie Robinson is having a really nice year for FSU, but draws the flag, and a penalty coming up.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness with targeting. Number 10, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Previous play is under further review.
With targeting, Jamie Robinson, the sophomore out of Georgia. 65 tackles coming into this game. 2 first downs by penalty on this drive for Boston College.
And here's what's going to happen. Because Jurkovec is sliding feet first, he's giving himself up, which means he's a defenseless player. And so when he's a defenseless player and gets hit helmet to helmet, and then his head slams against the ground, I think this will be upheld as targeting. And these things, and I've said this a number of times, I think it's so hard for defenders. Robinson's a great player, and Jurkovec's hard to bring down. We've talked about it. He's a big physical runner that doesn't go down easily. And as defenders, you don't know that he's going to slide. And so you're getting ready to tackle him, and there goes the slide. I think it ends up being a call that gets upheld.
Michael Webster, the replay official today, taking a long look. And if FSU loses number 10, Robinson, it's a big loss in his secondary.
I mean, it's a huge loss. Coming into this game, Robinson had 65 tackles. I mean, he's kind of been all over the place, and that's a big penalty. I mean, it's a really big penalty, and you know, Jurkovec too, just on the other side of this, 2 plays in a row where he gets blasted.
Yes.
And you go back a couple more plays to find the big shot that he took as he was running out to his left. So
Phil's like, explain to me why I wanted to come back again here at the tail end of the season. Well, of course, it's been a huge story for BC, and he just doesn't lose.
He's like, hey, my wrist is fine, but now everything else hurts.
Everything else is going to be aching come Sunday. Florida State on top 7-0 as the ruling on the field is a personal foul and targeting. Here it is.
After further review, the ruling on the field of targeting number 10 defense is confirmed. Number 10 is disqualified for the remainder of the game.
Defenseless player, the key, as you said right at the top.
Well, and that's the thing. When you slide feet first, you're giving yourself up, which means you are defenseless. And, you know, Jamie Robinson did not have a whole lot of time to decipher whether or not Jurkovec was going to try to run him over, get around him, or slide feet first. And just the challenge of playing in the secondary with the way the rules are today. I think Mike Norvell knew right away when he saw it on the video board that it was going to go that direction. He was able to talk to Jamie Robinson after that news.
So with the penalty, 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line of the Seminoles. And a little toss here for Garwo to the center. And we'll pick up 3 yards. Had 175 yards, 2 touchdowns in their big victory against Missouri early in the season. So the seconds moving down here in the first quarter. 2nd down and 7. And they're going to let it run out. So that is the end of the first quarter. Boston College on the move right now, but the Seminoles have the lead 7-0 on a picture-perfect day here in New England. On to the second quarter at BC.
I came across this house with water dripping from the ceiling. You never know when something like this will happen. So let the Geico Insurance Agency help you with homeowners insurance. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere upstairs there's a broken pipe.
Bundle and save even more at geico.com.
Today we're in Carolina Beach, making a Twisted Tea drop. We're surprising real Twisted Tea fans who love the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Get your own Twisted Tea drop. Keep it twisted.
Television. It clogs and clutters up the mind. It makes a child so dull and blind. They sit and stare and stare and sit until they're hypnotized by it. In almost every house we've watched them gaping at the screen. That nauseating, foul, repulsive screen. Television. They wonder what they've ever seen.
In that ridiculous machine.
Meet Tempo, the home gym with a built-in personal trainer. Tempo helps you maximize every workout with custom plans and real-time feedback on your form. Powered by 3D Vision, Tempo is the interactive technology that trains you. With thousands of workouts, including strength training to cardio, yoga, boxing, and more. Get ready to discover what you're truly capable of. Tempo. Find your strength.
The only thing better than the free large fries you get when you download the app
are the points you'll start earning on any order with new My McDonald's Rewards. Download the app today to get free large fries.
Fresh flavors, classic dishes, and a new seat at the table.
Dinner. It's more than just a meal you make every night. It's a chance to slow down and catch your breath. We'll show you how easy it is by focusing on your 5 senses. What do you see? Do you hear anything? What do you smell? How's it taste? Here's to a better, more mindful dinner routine.
Use code FRESH14 for 14 free meals plus 3 free gifts during our Black Friday sale.
Hulu has live TV? Hulu has live sport?
Well, BC with only 38 yards of total offense, but 50 yards on penalties. 4 Florida State penalties have helped their cause as we get the second quarter underway. 7-0 Seminoles. Jurkovec back at quarterback, takes the snap. He'll step up and wrapped up, down he goes. Fabian Lovett to tear him down. They're going to wind up losing 6 yards.
Yeah, Lovett gets the sack, but right here, they can't block him. I mean, this is an issue right now for Boston College offensively. Ben Petrula just can't block Jermaine Johnson. You know, we're just run one play in the second quarter, and you see the impact that Johnson has had, and basically game planning had to start with pass protection is what Frank Cignetti told us, and it's been a problem.
3rd and 13, Jurkovec airborne and incomplete. I'm not sure that a guy can have a better game than Jermaine Johnson had against Miami, but he might be having a better one today. Semi-finalist for both the Lombardi and the Benark Awards, and against Miami, 3 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, and he forced a fumble.
Yeah, I mean, he was all over the place, covering ground, and listen, he just is an absolute game wrecker. And just defensively, when you have that impact player, that edge player that is an impact player, it can just change the complexion of your entire defense.
It's a 46-yarder, Connor Lighton, and that one is good. So Boston College gets on the board, and the freshman kicker, his head coach is very, very high on him. True freshman, he is now 10 out of 11. He's been excellent.
Good kick. Just to finish up on Jermaine Johnson and the situation, I think if you're Boston College, you've got to make an adjustment now. You know, a lot of times you come into a football game thinking, okay, we know that this guy's a good player, but we think our guys are good too, and we can probably hang in there. And then you get into a game and you realize, all right, now we have an issue. We need to give him better attention. And so whether it's chips, whether it's putting a tight end there, or whether it's moving the pocket away from him, I think BC's going to have some type of response. Otherwise, Jermaine Johnson's going to continue to disrupt them.
I think it's been said before on the other side of the field, opposite number 11, we've got an issue.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
We've got a problem here, and we better figure it out today, because he is all over the place. Corbin will let that one bounce, and now has to slide down and make the play, and stop it at the 15-yard line. And now FSU, as we look at our marathon drive recap.
And it was really all about Jordan Travis using his legs. At the 3rd down run, great job escaping. Then on a 3rd and 2 runs, picks up a face mask. And then it was his ability to be elusive in the pocket to give him time to find Pokey Wilson for the score. And that's why, you know, all this hype and excitement and hope surrounding Phil Jurkovec. But the Seminoles feel the exact same way about 13.
They certainly do. He was the first Florida State quarterback to account for all 5 touchdowns in a game when he did it against North Carolina since Jameis Winston in 2013. A world of talent for the Seminole quarterback. Trying to pick up a 1st down. And diving outside, Corbin will pick up 7.
Florida State does such a great job with that play. A little bit of a pitch to get their backs on the perimeter. And as soon as they stretch you horizontally, they'll fake that pitch, and then Travis will just knife through the middle of your defense.
Second down 3. And a sophomore out of West Palm Beach. Back to throw it. And throws it short and will pick up that first down on a quick strike to Corbin. Running backs for Florida State, dangerous after the reception, and they throw to them a lot.
Yeah, we referenced how versatile they are. Just a little angle route by Corbin. Good accurate throw to allow for run after the catch. And
flag down and incomplete. Attempting to hit his tight end McDonald, but a flag.
Offside. Defense, number 91. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So another penalty here. 13-11 to go in the second quarter at Boston College. And it brings up a first down and 5 here for FSU. Trayshawn Ward now the running back, the freshman. As Tim mentioned, it's a loaded running back room for the Noles. There's a lot of talent there. Maybe Corbin busting a hole this time, gets outside and picks up a big first down. That was Ward, actually. Trayshawn Ward with the carry, goes for 18. And Woodbay with the tackle.
Yeah, and it's a missed tackle by Isaiah Graham Mobley, who is a really good player for BC. Can run sideline to sideline, but he's missed a lot of time. And Tim Lebeku, the defensive coordinator, basically said to us, look, I never feel good about, guys when they've missed time and they've missed practice. I think it's shown up a little bit so far for Isaiah Graham Mobley.
1st and 10. On the move, gonna keep it down that sideline and picks up another first down. And a 13-yard scamper for Jordan Travis.
Jordan Travis does such a good job just of breaking contain. There's going to be a twist that comes around here, and it's his speed that ends up getting him to the perimeter. That just creates such a big play. To actually have a good defense called, BC does, to try to contain him. They have TJ Ram got to force him inside, but his speed gets him to the perimeter.
Corbin back in, finds a hole, still up to the sideline and banged out. And FSU moving it as Mike Palmer eventually shoves him out with a 12-yard scamper.
Yeah, and right now BC's having a hard time tackling. And Corbin, these other backs are doing a good job of breaking tackles. And I think it's one of the things that BC has probably done a good job of this season, is getting guys to the ground, but been an issue so far against Corbin.
Fired into the flat and complete, and the shot to Douglas, who will pick up 3 yards. I mentioned what a big day he had against Miami. They used the freshman a lot. 2nd down and goal.
And I think plays like that are one of the things that can really start to make Florida State one of these teams that are hard to defend. Yes, you're running the football in between the tackles. You're hard to tackle, and then, hey, we're going to spit it out for a one-on-one outside the numbers to a guy as talented as Ja'Kai Douglas.
Once again, FSU knocking on the door. Travis looking to his left and complete, looking for the end zone and diving for the pylon. They're in for a touchdown. A 7-yard strike. Toa Philly there to make the catch and dive ahead. A 7-yard touchdown reception.
Well, once again, Florida State just spitting the ball out. So Toa Philly's going to basically come back and catch his football. Here comes Wilson, who's going to block on the perimeter and get another block on the perimeter. So essentially it's an extension of their run game. Just spit it out outside the numbers and have your big physical tight ends block secondary players to create an opportunity for an easy score. And once again, it's Florida State productive once they get into the red zone.
That makes it 14-3 Seminoles.
And there's no question Florida State's got BC off balance defensively because of the run-pass balance. That time, Toafili for the score.
Wow, it really turned out great.
Yeah, and with the money we saved with Navy Federal Credit Union, it was practically free.
You know, I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Now, your caramel frappe in the morning can earn you a free McChicken in the afternoon. Because every order earns points with new My McDonald's Rewards. Download the app today to start earning free McDonald's.
Hundreds of certified pre-owned Hondas are in stock and ready for immediate delivery. These are like new Hondas for a fraction of the cost. Save thousands with 0.99% financing. Search your local Honda dealer now.
It's the most joyous time of the year.
Especially at T-Mobile.
Let's go to Diane.
Can you tell us what's happening?
Yeah, I got the awesome new iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, and T-Mobile's paying for them both. Oh, and I get a free year of Apple TV Plus.
And this is for new and existing T-Mobile and Sprint customers.
Like me.
Back to you.
Hey.
Hello?
We're going to T-Mobile.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro and AirPods, both on us. This week only at T-Mobile.
Luna Rosa Ocean, the new fragrance by Prada.
I hate my tiny basement. But with Realtor.com's drawn map feature, I can finally spread my wings and escape Transylvania. A friend told me of a cool place called Pennsylvania. Look at the size of that basement. I love my new home. Careful, boys, that's real mahogany. Realtor.com, to each their home.
FSU, despite some penalties, looking strong early. Travis, 8 out of 11, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and you just see the efficiency in the passing game. Think about so many of, those 8 completions were balls that were really within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, just spitting the ball out, letting his talented players work on the perimeter.
Roadhouse with a kickoff. And through the end zone. We'll come out to the 25-yard line, 10:42 to go in the second. Jurkovec has been feeling a lot of heat in the first half.
A ton of pressure, and a lot of times when you face a quarterback that's got the ability to hurt you with his legs, you'll have a spy, you'll rush the quarterback differently, and Adam Fuller, the defensive coordinator for Florida State, I think really just felt like coming into this matchup that they would control the quarterback with their front four. And so far, they've been successful doing that.
And so far, number 4, the very talented wide receiver for Boston College, Zay Flowers, has been shut off. Jurkovec will rifle this one and got it complete to Gill. Getting across the 30, talking about all that pressure on number 5.
Yeah, and they've hit him. They've gotten after him. So it's, getting after him when he's taken off to run the football, but then also when he's been in the pocket, finding a way to get to him, and obviously that one there, a targeting, but he's taken some shots, and every quarterback, I don't care how tough you are, and Jurkovec's certainly tough, every quarterback eventually feels those hits. They're cumulative throughout the game.
Sinkfield out of the backfield. Robert Cooper will wrap him up. Big question on Jurkovec, of course, is will he leave after this season, Tim? Mel Kiper has him as the 6th rated quarterback in the upcoming draft. Kenny Pickett is number 1. Falling ahead for the first down here.
I think it's an interesting point because I think everyone here at BC thought that he was going to miss the entire season with that wrist injury. He's come back. He's played well. He obviously has good tape. I think he'll end up testing really well when, whenever he gets the opportunity to do that. And so Yeah, it could be an interesting decision for him. It'll be hard either way.
1st and 10. Looking to go airborne. Takes a knock, stays up. He's going to rifle that one. He hung it up there, and the ball comes free. Luchetti, the tight end, and cannot hang on there. Big time pressure again. This time, Keir Thomas. We've called that name a bunch.
We have, and it's pressure once again because he's got Zay Flowers. You see, he was about ready to throw the football. It's because he had Flowers running down the middle of the field. Probably would have had a touchdown. I mean, there's nobody home. He can't get it off. Flowers knows it, and then actually is able to find a completion to Luchetti, but it's Kalen DeLoach who does an excellent job of just being violent through the football once it got to Luchetti.
Jakovic with a handoff here and some open space to run, and a pretty good hit there to upend Sinkfield. That was Jarkus McClellan and a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, it's really the first big run, and I would expect a quarterback sneak again like they did earlier.
3rd and 1. And again, picking up a 1st down.
You know, BC likes to do that. You get in some of these 3rd and shorts quickly, they will just hustle and get set before the defense can kind of get it communicated that, hey, here comes the quarterback sneak. And then Dracovic will do a good job of not just taking that quarterback sneak in the A gap. If he's got to go all the way out by the tackle, because that's where the soft spot is, he's comfortable doing that.
Moved ahead to the 48-yard line. 1st down 10. Once again, all sorts of pressure by Thomas. We'll throw it, kind of pitch it toward that sideline as he got dragged down in the direction of Luchetti. Take another look.
I mean, they're trying to get a naked bootleg coming at Keir Thomas. It's another amazing job of Thomas staying home, making a great play. And then it's Dracovic doing his best Big Ben and getting the ball away. And because Luchetti's there, Phil Dracovic just saved BC offensively about 12 yards.
Sure did. On 2nd down, Sinkfield trying to get out of that backfield, can't do it. They're all over him. It's Jermaine Johnson again. Another tackle for a loss. -5 on this one.
BC can't block Jermaine Johnson. Just can't block him right now. Here we go, and this is Tyler Vrabel trying to block him, and you just see for a man his size, the quickness, and Vrabel kind of gets his weight out in front. You just see the quickness, the hands, and the swim move. But Jermaine Johnson, we've seen him in the passing game. There he is in the run game.
6'5", 260. And all over Boston College. Jakovic with time, and now on the move. Racing across the 50-yard line. He'll slide across the 40. That's a 16-yard run for a 1st down.
And that, you know, plays like that end up being backbreakers for defenses. Keir Thomas once again getting home. Ends up getting a hand warmer, you know, from Dracovic, and Dracovic already probably feels like he's played an entire game.
On the field with the line the game was made. Previous play is under further review.
So they will take a look at it. They will check the spot when we come back. 7:15 to go before halftime at Boston College.
Introducing Venture X. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, plus receive access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Venture X, what's in your wallet?
It's not 1,000 lights twinkling that makes their holidays special. It's you. And 20 volts whirring, 10 dishes warming, 8 guests arriving, 42 inches rolling, 1 million leaves blowing, or 1 gift card gifting. If you can't make up your mind, make the holidays yours with Black Friday prices now through December. At the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Well, it's got to be the Totino's Pizza Rolls, Mark. That's right. Hot, poppable, simply unstoppable. Oh! Can he? Will he? It's Totino's or game over. Buy Totino's to get bonus My Team in-game content.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
This is the dimension of imagination.
They say familiarity breeds contempt. We say it's what makes college football special.
We really don't like each other.
Oh my God! Whoever's gonna win the football game? What a rivalry!
That is a really good-looking crew right there. The Hasselbeck family on hand, and they were at the banquet last night to see Tim go into the Boston College Hall of Fame. Again, congratulations to you, partner.
Thank you, Dave. And honestly, thank you to the whole crew. You guys have obviously glad to be here with you guys. And you know, a lot of people had to dig deep to find plays of BC, so I appreciate it. And it's also good to see Tom O'Brien, former Boston College head coach, and head coach here while I was a player.
He showed up to celebrate your honor last night, which a great thrill for the family. There's a lot of Boston College alums in there. I mean, a lot of them. Great school. Down the carry. Busting free Sinkfield down the left side. Got across the 20-yard line. And a 21-yard breakaway before Kevin Knoll stopped him.
And Boston College is going to need to figure out a way to get productive plays like this in the run game, because it's been a struggle to pass block, and it's a pretty good job there blocking up front. Sinkfield running hard, and we've seen a couple of pretty good pickups for BC in the run game. I think they're going to need to do that with how difficult it's been for them to protect Djokovic in the passing game.
Djokovic with 3 rushing first downs on his drive himself. First down 10. And a pitcher, Sinkfield again on the carry, using him a lot on this drive, but nowhere to go there. Will lose 3 yards as he is upended.
That's a big play by Kalen DeLoach, who essentially puts down Ben Petrullo. Number 20, DeLoach at 220 pounds, going after the 315-pound Petrullo, which ends up being a really, really nice play as BC's trying to get to the edge.
12th play of this drive, 14-3 Seminoles. Djokovic. They dump this one right over the middle, and a quick strike. Got that one free to Jaden Williams. Knowles again with the stop, but not before a 12-yard pickup.
Jaden Williams is a player that they want to get the football to. And think about Djokovic, who's been under a lot of pressure. Does a nice job of hanging in the pocket as Williams was running a fairly long developing route. And he's a young player with probably the most speed out of this receiver group for BC.
3rd and 1. Sinkfield trying to pick up that yard. They cover him quickly. Didn't get it. Did not get it. Malcolm Ray, the defensive tackle, with a big stand to bring up 4th down.
And I think I would probably kick the field goal in this situation, as hard as it's been to block Florida State's front. And that's a good example of a 3rd down where Malcolm Ray is able to get in the backfield and make a play. They try to draw him off sides, but I would kick the field goal.
The BC wants to talk about this with about 4.5 minutes to go here before halftime.
Timeout, Boston College.
And BC will take their first timeout. We will take the break as well. Florida State with a 14-3 advantage here at BC.
Well, it's got to be the Totino's Pizza Rolls, Mark. That's right. Hot, poppable, simply unstoppable. Oh! Can he? Will he? It's Totino's or game over. Buy Totino's to get bonus My Team in-game content.
I came across this house with water dripping from the ceiling. You never know when something like this will happen. So let the Geico Insurance Agency help you with homeowners insurance. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere upstairs there's a broken pipe.
Bundle and save even more at geico.com.
That's not great. I can get him today.
Get the parts fast and the job done faster.
Meet Tempo, the home gym with a built-in personal trainer. Tempo helps you maximize every workout with custom plans and real-time feedback on your form. Powered by 3D vision, Tempo is the interactive technology that trains you with thousands of workouts, including strength training to cardio, yoga, boxing, and more. Get ready to discover what you're truly capable of. Tempo. Find your strength.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
And it's NBA on ESPN time.
Time to feast on a division showdown.
The Grantula and the Nets, can you contest? They dropping threes from the logo. Tatum and Brown running the Celtics. Set fire to rims, you know they felt it.
And time to be thankful for East meeting West in the Bay.
MB to take the lead, Philly on top. Can let you watch what you wait for. Can't mess with Steph, he's shooting threes like he hitting free throws. Yeah.
Nets Celtics and Sixers Warriors, Wednesday on ESPN.
Jeff Hafley has made the decision to go for it here on 4th and short.
And I think they just feel like they can't stop Florida State. So I think Jeff Hafley's kind of making the decision. They're having a hard time defensively, and for that reason, going to leave the offense out there.
That front four for Florida State has been unstoppable. 4th down and 2. And Jurkovic. Garrow with the handoff, takes a crunching hit, still moving those legs, still moving, and Florida State said he didn't get there. Jarian Jones came up with a big hit, and Florida State with a defensive stand, they deny Boston College.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised to see Phil Jurkovic under center and then just run a lead play. He's under center and they're just running a lead play here, and they're running it right at Jermaine Johnson, who just throws, looks like Joey Ricchetti, just out of the way. Just stands him up and throws him out of the way. And once again, it's Jermaine Johnson who's just been too much.
He's in virtually every play.
Yeah, and I think that I was surprised to see BC just decide to run the football right at him, just because you know that in critical situations, BC's best thing is putting the ball in the quarterback's hands.
So the Noles take over. Travis going to throw long, has a wide receiver out there, and a big completion for a first down pass midfield to Pokey Wilson.
Well, after a big, stand defensively, Florida State decides to go at him and run him basically a rail route or a wheel route to Pokey Wilson, who's able to get outside the defense. And nice throw by Jordan Travis.
Yeah, 41 yards. Empty backfield here, 1st down and 10. Travis has him on the move again, and another complete pass. And fired out to that far sideline and caught by Daniel.
You go to the previous play. Here comes Pokey Wilson in motion. He just runs up the sideline, running a little spot route here. And BC doesn't do a great job of communicating or passing that off. And so Elijah Jones has got to end up running with him. He just can't stay with Pokey Wilson.
2nd down and 6 here for the Seminoles. Moving the football again. Already on top, 14-3. Their defense has been stout. The offense has been smooth, and that's because Travis can do so many things with it. On the carry here, Graham Mobley will get credit for the tackle. That's a 5-yard gain.
That's an example of that play I was referencing earlier. Could get a quarterback sneak here.
And ahead he goes to move the chains. Florida State confident they have it inside the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. Let's see if they're going to measure this.
Timeout for measurement.
And they will.
I tell you, the play to run off of some of these like quick quarterback sneaks, or the fake quarterback sneak and then something to get out to the perimeter, is all these teams, you bunch everyone up in there. Everyone knows that you're going to quarterback sneak it or thinks that you are. And I think Jordan Travis ends up getting this.
Here come the measurement guys with 2:48 left. Whoa. And how about this spot? He did not get it. So a wise choice to measure, just shy. So brings up 4th and inches.
Your reaction was exactly what I was thinking. It was like you were speaking for me when we saw, I don't know, about 6 inches left for Florida State to pick up. And
did not get it. So the football around the 38-yard line. 4th down and 1. Less than that for Florida State. And now movement up on that front line and a flag down. That goes against Gibbons, the left guard for FSU.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Here's Gibbons right here, the right guard, the transfer from Notre Dame. You see his stance. He's getting ready to get low. You almost wonder if BC had a stem on. We saw him earlier for, getting called for almost simulating the snap count, and there was definitely a stem, and Florida State appears to be keeping their offense out there.
Indeed, 4th and 6. Going to continue to go for this, a very determined effort. Deshaun Corbin back in a running back. And flags again.
Snap infraction. Number 53. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Wow.
Still 4th down.
On the center, Smith.
Maurice Smith looks like he's going to snap the football. It's almost like the ball comes out of his hands. You see that? It was like he was rolling it on the ground. Now, what he wisely does is pick the football right back up. Now it's a penalty, illegal, a snap infraction, but he doesn't pick that up. It's just a muffed quarterback-center exchange. But how about that sequence for Florida State? You think you're picking up the 1st down on 3rd and 1. You don't. You're maybe going for it on 4th and inches, and then 2 consecutive, basically pre-snap penalties that force you to punt.
Jalen Gill back at the 10-yard line. And overhand punt and a fair catch, and that's where the drive will begin. That's a 38-yard kick. 2.5 to go before halftime.
I'm Nadine, and this is my real ring alarm story. I got the 5-piece kit, and it was so easy to set up. I did it myself in minutes.
Away and armed.
Then one day, this guy tries to break into my house. The motion sensor in the living room saw him and set off the crazy loud siren. Ring called me right away.
This is Jordan with Ring Alarm Monitoring. I'll send the police right over.
When it mattered, Ring Alarm helped protect my home from a break-in.
Get your Ring Alarm. Black Friday deals start 11/21 at ring.com.
I like to get up to 30% off my auto insurance with Safe Pilot.
Mr. Gronkowski, USAA is for the military community and their families. That's what makes us special.
Oh, but I'm special.
USAA, only for the military community.
Hi, my name is Jasmine, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Chicken Club is the wonderfully marinated and juicy chicken breast. The marinade actually reminds me of my mother's cooking. Marinades, usually they take time, and you can tell that it was put together with love.
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Hulu has live TV? Hulu has live sports?
They do.
Hulu has live news? That is correct. And Hulu also has
live talent
Show.
It also has over 75 live channels.
Flip like cable, stream like Hulu. Time to have Hulu plus live TV.
(14-3), and Florida State with the lead. Our Aflac trivia question here on this beautiful afternoon in Boston, which was the last team other than Florida State or Clemson to win the ACC Atlantic Division. That's what Wake is trying to do today, but they're having their struggles against Clemson at Death Valley.
And we knew that Wake had a tough close to their schedule, and it's proving to be the case.
Garwo with the carry. And straight on will pick up 2 hard-fought yards there. DJ Lundy will stop him.
Timeout. Florida State get their first charge timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
And we'll keep it right here. Clemson has just scored, by the way.
Please put 2 minutes, 26 seconds on the clock.
And they lead 17-3 in the second.
Thank you.
33 consecutive home wins for the Tigers. That's the longest FBS streak in the last 10 years.
Well, it was interesting to see, Wake Forest at 10 and, Clemson not ranked, but at home, a favorite to win that football game. They are hard to beat in Death Valley. And when you think the magnitude of the games down the stretch for Wake Forest, obviously win and clinch. But if you don't win, then you're traveling up to Chestnut Hill next week to play a Boston College team that's got their quarterback back. So yeah, Wake Forest really has their hands full.
2nd and 8, play action. Jakovic down again. It's Thomas and Johnson.
Timeout, Florida State. That's their second charge timeout of half. 30-second timeout.
And they lose 6 yards on the sack. And back to our Aflac. They give you the answer. Which team the last one other than FSU or Clemson to win the ACC Atlantic Division? It was BC in 2008.
Matt Ryan had quite a bit of success at BC. Remember that is the Matt Ryan era. And
ACC Atlantic Division champions was Clemson with 7. FSU 5, BC and Wake Forest. Now Wake in 2006, so trying to do it again.
Well, and Dave Clawson said when they faced North Carolina State last week, it was like, no, this is Florida State Clemson now. That's what this is, and he's done a great job with that football program.
They're down 14 after the sack. Jakovic working out of the end zone, gets rid of it, and they're going to take him down in the end zone for safety. Or are they saying he got across? I think they said he did.
Ruling on the field, the ball was caught outside of the goal line. Forward progress at the 1-yard line.
Forward progress at the 1-yard line. Inside that.
Previous play is under further review.
They lose 5. They will take a look.
How much time?
Here's our best look at the line.
That's a safety, guys. I mean, that to me, and that is an awesome shot by our crew. But I'm looking at that, and that appears to be a safety. Travis Levy is catching the screen. Now, you remember, it's the opposite of scoring a touchdown. So the entire ball has got to be, into the field of play, not just the edge of it. And so when you look at this, Travis Levy is catching that football, ball in his right arm. Kalen DeLoach, who's made a couple of awesome plays here today, does an excellent job of beating the block of Zion Johnson, who's trying to get out to block him on the screen. I think that's a safety.
I'm with you. Football never got across there. Play under review with 1:58 to go. The defense for Florida State has shown up in a huge way here in Boston today.
In a huge way. The defensive line's been dominant. The linebackers, whether it's been Deloach or Gaynor, have been so active.
You definitely feel like that's the case, the safety.
Well, and here's the story. They can't block the defensive ends right now, and so even though you're backed up.
After further review, the ruling on the field is a safety. Please reset the game clock to 2 minutes, 18 seconds. Boston College will have a free kick.
And so even though you're backed up, you call a screen because you have to. It's 3rd and long, and you call a screen to draw the defensive ends in, which they do. But it's Kalen Deloach who beats the block of Zion Johnson, and I would guess that that was the last thing that Frank Cignetti thought would happen, calling a screen in that situation, that the back would catch the football in the end zone for a safety.
Once again, it was Jermaine Johnson with all sorts of pressure. You said it a half hour ago. They have no answer for him. And in the subsequent half hour, they have not figured out any answer for number 11.
Oh, and again, Frank Cignetti, talking to him in preparation for the game, said, look, our meetings, our game plan meetings started with pass protection, and you can see why.
Corbin busting it across the 40-yard line. Number 11 has been the player of this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of done everything, and it's not just been in one facet of the game. It's been the run game and the passing game. He's done a great job playing on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage. He's gotten big hits on Phil Dracovic, and it's look, we're highlighting him, and he's been dominant. But Keir Thomas has probably done just about as good a job on the other side. It's been a race to the quarterback, and what a find for Florida State.
Yeah, with the safety on top, 16-3. Final couple of minutes here, the first half. Travis gets free. He's on the move again to midfield. And kept on trucking before Valdez took him down with a 12-yard pickup.
Yeah, I think the difference we're seeing in this football game right now is Boston College, when they get there to make a play behind the line of scrimmage, they're not making it, and Travis is running for first downs versus Dracovic, who's been hit a bunch behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the receiver went down, incomplete, fired out of bounds. It was Wilson who went down on the play. No flag thrown. Minute 48 to go.
It looked like Pokey Wilson just lost his footing down the bottom of your screen. They're rolling to him, and kind of as he's running that little pivot route, feet come out from underneath him, because I think it was a good, accurate throw by Jordan Travis.
Bringing up 2nd and 10. FSU with time to get more points up there before the break. Travis has been strong again, running the show for the Noles. And another good pass and another completion. This time to McDonald, the tight end, for a first down and a 26-yard gain.
Boston College rotates the coverage to a single high safety look, and there's double seams called for Florida State. Good job of seeing it, and good job of McDonald being ready for the football.
Under 90 seconds now. And a handoff. Corbin tried to dart outside, got across the 20-yard line. Bryce Steele tangled him up, a 3-yard gain.
Now, Florida State's got plenty of time. Just about a minute left. They do have a timeout left. They do have to hustle, but plenty of time after using a couple of those timeouts to stop the clock earlier when BC had the ball.
Another empty look. Travis wants the end zone. Thrown into the corner, incomplete. With 1:02 to go. And a 16-3 advantage for FSU. Florida State trying to pick up win number 5. Coming off that giant win against Miami, 31-28. Corbin returns as the running back now for the Noles. 3rd down and 7. Travis on the move at the 30, and out it goes. Off into the stands. Boston College and Cam Horsley bringing some pressure.
It was a good job of BC. It's man-to-man coverage, and guys did a good job of running with the receivers for Florida State, and then as Travis escapes outside the pocket, this ends up being a pretty big stand. For as poorly as Boston College has been able to play on offense, the fact that they hold Florida State there, pretty big stop.
Be a 36-yard attempt here by Ryan Fitzgerald. And this one is up, and this one is good. Boy, they are just automatic in the red zone. It's 28 for 28 now.
It's incredible. Typically, it's been touchdowns, but at the same time, kicking game has been good, and just so much confidence, that comes from that. Once you get down in there, it's deflating when you get denied. And so, being able to come away with points, one of those things about just kind of being infectious and contagious, certainly a big deal.
Halftime report coming up. Wake Forest and Clemson. Big update brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Tim's induction into the BC Hall of Fame. Our entire crew feels like we're part of that, and the honor for my partner. He's a 2-year starter here at Boston College. 29 career touchdown passes, some huge wins along the way, and then a long career in the National Football League. 19-3, the family gathering here, many families to see players inducted with the ceremonies last night. Get your own sign, man.
That's what happens when your brother has a luxury suite at the stadium, I think.
Singfield wants to run it out of there. Gets across the 20. First down and 10. We're talking about the Atlantic race and what is on the line today with Wake at Death Valley. Got to win one of the last two. They close out the regular season here at Boston College next weekend.
Yeah, and I think we knew that this would be a bit of a challenge, for Wake Forest. They had a close one last week as well, and NC State obviously not out of it. And then the other aspect of it is this: Clemson, who I think everybody basically wrote off, still in the hunt.
Very much so, and they're up 17-3. Incomplete, intended for Gill. You would think after all of these years, we'd all be smart enough to not write off the Clemson Tigers in any scenario.
I think Dabo Swinney, who's coached, teams recently with, a lot of good fortune for his football team and dealing with success. I feel like he's almost built to deal with adversity as well, and has coached his team well through that.
Jurkovic under throwing a receiver here, incomplete. Trey Barry, the tight end, the man he was looking for, but didn't get there.
Well, I referenced it earlier. Sometimes, since coming back for Phil Jurkovic, the ball just hasn't come out of his hand right. And I know they've talked about his grip strength not being 100%. That looked like one that just didn't come out of his hand the way he would have liked it to. And I think BC's got to be careful here. Running the football and just kind of getting to the half might be the best play.
3rd and 10. On the move, Levy. Levy upended around the 3rd. Well, kept up. And got a couple of extra yards after the point of contact. He makes 9 on that play with 29 seconds remaining.
Timeout, Florida State. That's their 3rd and final timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
FSU on top 19-3. ACC football coming your way. 4 o'clock. Syracuse up against number 20 NC State, and a primetime game, Virginia Tech and Miami. 2 programs in flux right now as far as the athletic departments and the head coach.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It'll be interesting to see the effort and energy you see from those teams. I usually felt like when there was a big shakeup that it grabs everyone's attention in a way that you see guys end up playing really hard in those environments.
4th and 1. They'll punt here with 29 seconds before halftime. And Wilson standing back at the 25-yard line. Florida State is going to have the football to begin the second half, so they are in great shape right now. Wilson with a fair catch. And 23 seconds to do something after a 38-yard punt.
Look, I will say this, at Boston
During
College.
the kick, holding, number 5, return team. That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. First down, Florida State.
Wake Forest, by the way, has just scored, so they trail 17-10 against Clemson.
Well, I will just say this too about Wake Forest. You have to expect they're going to score 35. And I get they maybe haven't seen a defense as good as the Clemson defense that they're facing in the, you know, in Death Valley, but I think everyone on that Wake roster, both sides of the ball, just has an expectation that they'll score that many points in every game.
Because they do, right?
Yes.
I mean, what they're averaging over the last 6 or 7 games. First down and 10 here for the Seminoles, last 23 seconds. Travis going to go deep, looking for a long strike here, but incomplete. And no flag on the play, intended for Malik McLean. And a coverage by J.T. Thompson. 16 seconds to go.
I tell you what, BC playing this fairly aggressively for this situation. I mean, just, you know, around 20 seconds left in the half, playing cover 1, which basically means man-to-man coverage with only, you know, a single high safety deep. You know, McLean, you know, gets beyond the defense. BC's kind of fortunate that Jordan Travis overshot that.
Second down 10 for the Noles. And will stay on the ground. Corbin looking to get outside, but out he goes, chased out by Marcus Valdez. Talented defensive end, a grad for BC.
And I will tell you, I think Boston College has to feel fortunate at 19-3 going into halftime if it remains that way, with how poorly things have gone for them offensively.
And how stout the defense has been on the other side for Florida State. Travis will be chased, down he goes. That was Valdez again, who's had a good first half. They're going to lose 11.
Timeout, Boston College. That's their second charge timeout of the half. That's their second timeout. Please put 5 seconds on the clock. 5 seconds.
So reset the clock to 5. 5 seconds remaining.
Okay, so that's an interesting distinction here. With 1 second, you don't have to punt the football on 4th down. Take a snap, quarterback just launch the ball out of bounds in the direction of a receiver. You know, now with 5 seconds, you may still be able to do that, but it's got to develop a little bit longer. You have a chance for something bad to happen. Now, you wonder if Florida State feels like they have to punt, and if that is the case, you obviously want to punt the football out of bounds. Looks like they're going to leave the offense out there. What I believe they end up doing is running a receiver down the field. Jordan Travis throws the ball as far and as high and out of bounds as he can to the right to let the clock expire.
4th and 21. Travis from the 1-yard line. He does exactly that. And that's the end of the first half.
That's the end of the half.
With Florida State on top 19-3 over BC. My partner heads down to the field for the halftime ceremony. The BC Hall of Fame, and that class will be introduced to the crowd here at Boston College, here at Chestnut Hill on this gorgeous day. We will be covering that ceremony for you as well. At
Please
halftime,
put 20 minutes on the game clock. 20 minutes.
FSU leading BC 19-3. Tremendous first half on the defensive side of the football by Jermaine Johnson and Kier Thomas. And with Coach Norvell, here's Kelsey.
Coach, your defense came out and made a really strong statement in that first half. What did you think of their performance?
I thought they've done a really good job here in the first half. You know, we still had some mistakes, some penalties that extended drives. Guys are playing hard. We've been able to stop the run. You just got to continue to be clean on our fits. It's a really talented Boston College offense, so we got to do a great job in the second half.
Your team continues to be successful in the red zone, 3 for 3 so far in the first half. What do you need to do to see that continue?
You know, we want to continue to make sure when we get down there we're scoring touchdowns. We've had to settle for a couple field goals, but I like the way that our guys competing. We got to be smart. We got to make sure that we're owning the ball here in the second half and play 34 minutes of Seminole football.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, he's got to be delighted with the defensive effort in particular. When we return, Jordan Cornett and the guys will be on to catch up on everything in the ACC with the Auto Owners Insurance Halftime Report right after these messages.
We love our house. Been here for years.
Yeah, but there's an animal in the attic. At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Why give a gift they'll never use? This season, give them one they can use again and again. After washes, of course. Show you care with underwear from Fruit of the Loom.
What a wonderful day. All the luck in the world for me. That's the way I do it. Nothing to it. Wonderful day.
I missed the bus.
All right, I got you. Success is cherishing every important connection.
Hey, babe.
Hey. Did he miss the bus?
Yeah, but I was hoping he would.
The Lexus LS, designed to put your humanity first. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Fries or salad? Salad.
Good choice.
It is. So is screening for colon cancer. When caught in early stages, it's more treatable.
Hey, Cologuard.
Hi, I'm non-invasive and I detect altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers, even in early stages.
Early stages.
It's for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
Just screening.
The Italian Original Chicken is back at BK in the 2 for $6. You've been asking for years, Pete Newbacher. And now we all get to enjoy the crispy chicken, melty mozzarella, and marinara sauce because of you. The Italian Original Chicken Sandwich is back at BK in the 2 for $6. Pete's way better.
That's the stuff. Meet Tempo, the home gym with a built-in personal trainer. Tempo helps you maximize every workout with custom plans and real-time feedback on your form. Get ready to discover what you're truly capable of. Tempo. Find your strength.
It's everything I wished for.
I told you she'd love her new 5G phone from Cricket. I see that. It's everything you wished for, including the price.
Rain-X Premium Silicone Wiper Blades last 2 times longer than traditional wipers. If Rain-X Premium Silicone Wipers survive these conditions, clearly they'll last in yours. Rain-X, outsmart the elements.
The priorities were basically playing football and trying to be the best I could be.
Today, the team cut Lawyer Malloy, one of their most popular players.
It felt like I lost my brother. Ignore the noise.
Welcome to the Auto Owners Insurance Halftime Report.
Knowles out here shining. Jordan Cornett, Eric McLean, E.J. Manuel, Coach Mark Rick. They lead this one over BC at the half, 19-3. But let's get you caught up on some other very important action going on across the conference as well. And we go to Death Valley. Wake Forest and Clemson, senior day in Death Valley, the birthday of Dabo Sweeney. A Wake Forest team looking to clinch to be the representative for the Atlantic. James Skalski, decorated career there. This team looking to stay alive and play for a conference championship as well. Skalski early on in that defense, Eric.
Listen, we talked about these guys are going to be coming after Sam Howell all night long, and then you see what it leads to here. DJ with the play of the year. He's mobile, JC.
EJ, a big-time play from a guy that you need today.
250 pounds right there, guys. I mean, look, you can't get him down on the ground, doing a great job of staying up, keeping his eyes down the field, and then getting off a big-time pass. Also, kudos to the receiver making him right here.
Look, Coach, this Clemson team is not an offensive juggernaut by any stretch of the imagination, but Will Shipley getting it done on the ground.
Well, they took care of business down, got physical on the goal line, which you like to see. Not a whole lot of sideways running right there.
Close call here. Emac on a jump pass, not Tebow-esque by any stretch.
I do not like that, but it worked, and it's a touchdown. The creativity, sure. Execution, it ends in 6.
Clemson at that point leading
17-3. Sam Hartman and this offense looking for a response. A big chunk play to Ja'Cory Roberson. Going to need a little bit more of that. That would set up a Christian Turner punch in. And at this point, just before the half, Clemson leading Wake Forest 17-10. Those 10 points for Wake Forest, the fewest they've been held to in the first half in any game this season. So we build this one, Coach, coming in. Wake offense versus Clemson's defense.
Right.
Looks like advantage Clemson's defense so far.
It looks that way, and as bad as Wake has been struggling, it's a one-score game right now. I mean, it's kind of crazy. As much as it looked like Clemson was dominating the game, of course, that little fake, the punt return that got called back was huge. That might have buried those guys early on, but I think Hartman has done a great job of weathering the storm, and they're starting to find just enough time to make some plays.
Yeah, he certainly has done a good job of weathering the storm. Obviously, it's going to go down to what they do at halftime to make adjustments, because Clemson's doing a great job with their blitz schemes. They're getting back to having gap sound on their blitz schemes, and that's what that's what you have to do against Wake Forest, because what they want to do is move up in the pocket. But when you have sound gap schemes, you can't really do that.
And Sam just sitting back there, not processing things as quick. He's been sacked 5 times already. So impressive by this defense. Sam did settle down. Hartman was able to deliver some strikes, get some momentum. As you guys said, the halftime adjustments will be very intriguing.
Yeah, that Clemson pass rush. I mean, 17 sacks through the first 10 games of the first 5 games of the season. Last 3 games, I mean, we've seen 15 sacks. I mean, this group is bringing the heat, absolutely. As for DJ, quickly, EJ, are you seeing a strong performance in the first half from DJ?
Yeah, a better performance. Again, this game's going to come down to turnover margin. I said that before the game. When you're playing good on good, or you have a really good offense versus a very good defense for Clemson, it's going to come down to turnover. So if DJ has a tip ball, his ball's right behind guys. But then right here, I don't know if they overturned it or not, but Sam Hartman had a fumble as well. So again, this game's going to come down to turnover margin, but DJ's doing better. It's not like he's playing bad.
And with 6 seconds left in the first half, you're referencing Sam Hartman looking to make a play as he had heat on him. Was it forward progress with the throw?
I think it was forward progress.
Right now, the ruling on the field is a fumble. If it stands, Clemson will have the ball. Probably not much to do about anything, but saves the opportunity for Wake points. Let's focus in on Florida State, BC, the one we're watching right now. And BC looks flat. Florida State has owned this game defensively, and Jordan Travis, coach, having himself a day as well.
He is. He's throwing a much better ball today. He's made a lot better decisions, in my opinion, and he's had time to do it. I'm just amazed at how physical Florida State looks. I knew they had it in them, but they are totally dominating their defensive side of the ball against Djokovic's offense, and Djokovic is getting the crap kicked out of him.
Talk about time. He has none.
He is getting beat up.
They're getting after him. I mean, the defense from Florida State has been so impressive to see. Just that front 7. I mean, getting after guys, and really cannot speak more highly about JT and what he's been able to do throwing the football now 2 weeks in a row has really built on his game. Looking very impressive.
And I feel like Coach Dillingham now really trusts Jordan to go out there and win the game with his arm. Obviously, we all know what he can do with the run game, and that's going to come too. BC, they got to make some changes, but I think right now, if they continue to throw the football like this, watch out for Florida State.
Phil Djokovic hasn't lost a game this season as a starter, but this is a Florida State team that just feels like they don't lose games themselves right now at the stretch they're on. I mean, 0-4 to start the season, Florida State. 4-2 since, have an opportunity to go 5-2. Buy-in, a future, it looks bright right now, at least at the start of this first half. What can they do in the second? We will keep you posted on that one. How about Wofford and UNC? The matchup you are all looking for here today. Senior day for the Heels. Sam Howell not starting. Insert Jacoby Criswell in. Haven't seen Drake May yet. Early on, Criswell with the keeper eject.
Yeah, Criswell, I like this guy in the spring. He did exactly this. A good job in the RPO game. Seeing it right there, taking it and running it in for a touchdown.
And here, British Brooks. A breakaway, 38 yards for the touchdown, and UNC starting to run away with this one, 27-7. Just getting the third going. Travis Toafili gets 6. Florida State putting on the road. More halftime report when we return.
This halftime report is presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
I told you I was going to win. With Windows 11, gaming performs to another level.
Let's go!
And when it comes to streaming movies, we haven't really experienced any buffering. It's so cool that we'll have access to movie theater level quality pretty much anywhere.
Seeing it load up that quick, I was genuinely surprised.
I can't believe there's no lag. I didn't realize how bad you were until I got these really good graphics.
Can I get a hamburger? Make it plain. Small fries and a vanilla shake.
And 1 Big Mac. Thanks.
You've been loyal. We want to reward that. Introducing My McDonald's Rewards. Now every order earns points redeemable for free McDonald's.
Feel stuck and need a loan?
I jump up on the stage and do my money dance.
Move to a SoFi personal loan. Earn $10 just for viewing your rate and feel what it's like to get your money right.
Wherever your journey takes you this winter, get away with our best deals of the season. Right now, get huge savings on the entire lineup of award-winning Hyundai vehicles at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. With new cars arriving just in time for the holidays, it's the perfect time to get a Hyundai. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on select Hyundai vehicles, now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Why give a gift they'll never use? This season, give them one they can use again and again. After washes, of course. Show you care with underwear from Fruit of the Loom.
I'm David Abruzzi. I currently work for the Dallas Cowboys, and I graduated from Florida Atlantic's MBA Sport Management program. The Sport MBA program has a really great curriculum designed to help prepare students for real-world application once they graduate.
So every video ends like this?
No, you're missing the eyes. He does this. I feel like it's in between those two, like it's like a...
How about that?
No.
You gotta make the face, too.
What are you doing?
The thing.
What thing?
Like this. Huh. Oh.
Am I doing this right?
No, Dolores, you're not even close.
Introducing new targeted benefits from Centrum, designed to help you remember why you came downstairs. Be the best treat you can be, and handle client calls and school calls at the same time.
Cleanup or lingering odors. With 7 functions, this multitasking oven also bakes, broils, convection bakes and broils, warms and toasts, so you'll use it every day. Say yes to healthy and delicious with the Cuisinart Air Fryer Toaster Oven.
Storm Team 4's Janice Huff. Janice, give us an update on how much worse it's going to get tomorrow.
Oh, the humidity is going to stay where it is. The temperatures are going to get hotter, and that's what's going to
At
make it
Florida
worse.
State University, we are proving that ambitious imaginations will help shape the future. And a new generation can do more than just dream of a better world. They can make it happen. We are living proof. We are Florida State University.
Welcome back to the Auto Owners Insurance Halftime Report.
Cool Kenny Pickett, Heisman contending, 90 minutes away from kickoff. Win, you're into the ACC Championship. Heinz Field, my man's looking for a dub. He's looking for a cold one afterwards. You know how he rolls. Backward snap back. All right, so here's the path to winning the Coastal. It's not as chaotic as one might think, because here's all the scenarios. I'm not going to waste any time going through them. Pitt wins, they're in. Virginia wins, they can control their own destiny from there. That's why they play the games. Tim Hasselbeck on the call for this Florida State BC game, had a heck of a career at Boston College. Played there from 96 to Y2K, passing for over 3,800 career yards, 29 tutties through the air, and 4 touchdowns on the ground. Okay, dual threat Tim. He spent both the 97 and 98 seasons on the team with his brother Matt, who's also a member of the Boston College Varsity Club Hall of Fame.
All-time in passing yards, throwing for over 3,900 yards, and 9th all-time in touchdowns with 29 TDs. Hasselbeck would go on to have an 8-year NFL career. Ladies and gentlemen, Tim Hasselbeck. Once an Eagle, always an Eagle. Let's hear it one more time for the 2021 Boston College Varsity Club Hall of Fame inductees.
Can't say it enough. Tim Hasselbeck, class act, the nicest guy to me since I made it here, a Hall of Fame human being, and getting the honor for his university. A reminder, it all happens on a huddle tonight. Virginia Tech and Miami. It's never 10:30. I don't know why we don't just say after the game, because that's when you're going to catch the four of us. Enjoy the rest of this one. We'll see you post-game.
This halftime report is presented by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
I need to try it first.
Introducing Venture X. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, plus receive access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Venture X, what's in your wallet?
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Wherever your journey takes you this winter, get away with our best deals of the season. Right now, get huge savings on the entire lineup of award-winning Hyundai vehicles at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. With new cars arriving just in time for the holidays, it's the perfect time to get a Hyundai. Get 0% APR for up to 48 months on select Hyundai vehicles, now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Dear MS, from day one, you've tried to define me.
But I never invited you in. It's my life.
And this is my journey.
I've found a way to do things differently with Ocrevus, an infusion treatment that's 2 times a year.
For adults with relapsing or primary progressive forms of multiple sclerosis, Ocrevus is proven effective in reducing relapses in RMS and slowing disability progression in RMS and PPMS.
Don't take Ocrevus if you've had a life-threatening allergic reaction to it or have hepatitis B. Tell your doctor about vaccinations or if you've had Hep B, as it could come back. A common side effect of Ocrevus is infusion reactions, and some may require hospitalization. It can increase your risk of infections, which can be serious and may decrease certain types of immunoglobulins. While PML was not reported in clinical trials, it could happen. An increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, may exist.
Sorry, MS.
You don't get to control
every part of me.
MS can't own us.
Ask your doctor about 2 times a year Ocrevus.
This Black Friday, get the amazing iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone.
You break it, we upgrade it, whether you're a current customer or a new one.
And get up to $800 when you switch.
Because everyone deserves better.
Why choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number? Because every great play starts the night before. My Sleep Number 360 smart bed tracks my circadian rhythm, average heart rate, and breathing rate, so I know how well I'm sleeping. It's also temperature balancing, so I stay cool. And it senses my movement and automatically adjusts to help keep me comfortable all night. Sleep Number takes care of the science, so I can focus on other things. The Sleep Number 3...
Name? Name? What's my name? What, have you been hiding under a rock? They don't have TVs in this place. I'm the history maker, the game changer, the first woman to ever main event WrestleMania, walk out of there, the champ, Becky Two Belts. Came from nothing, revolutionized the entire industry. I am the man. I am the Raw Women's Champion. For the cup. Just Becky. Not too much foam, please.
I played the game and I'm still the same and I never changed just to get a dip. We call that ballin'. Doing this is my calling. Flow is so appalling. My phone off and she calling. I'm like, yeah, what it do? Penthouse, man, what a view. Fall back cause I'm coming through with my whole team. They coming through, that's real.
ACC Network Football presented by Subway. We're ready for the second half. Florida State, an impressive first half here at Boston College, on top 19-3. Phil Jurkovec, one of the better quarterbacks in the country when he's healthy and rolling, but the ends were driving him nuts. I mean, Florida State came at him all through that first half.
Well, when he's healthy and rolling, and one of the ways you stay healthy and can roll offensively is you're standing upright, and that just hasn't been the case for Phil Jurkovec. They haven't protected him well. He's been hit a ton, and because of that, it's been a struggle for Boston College offensively. We'll see what kind of adjustments they were able to make during halftime.
FSU on top, and they get the football back. Longman with the kick. And Corbin's going to take it out of the end zone and across the 15 to 20. And diving ahead to the 25 moments to go. Kelsey with Coach Hafley.
Coach, their defensive front gave you guys a tough time in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
We got to block their ends. Phil's getting killed. We got to protect for him better. We got to be aggressive right now. We're down. We got to be aggressive, and we got to do some things better coaching, obviously, too.
Because of that, Phil wasn't really able to get into a rhythm in the first half. What was your message to him at the break?
I just told our whole team in there, I don't care what the score is. I want to see us respond, and I want to see us fight.
Wants to see fight. Also wants to see his quarterback stay away from Jermaine Johnson and Keir Thomas.
And see his tackles block those guys. That's definitely been a factor.
Jordan Travis, first handoff as we get the second half underway. It's Corbin. And bouncing ahead for a 6-yard gain. And stopped by Cam Horsley. Again, the Eagles coming in at 6-4, 2-4 in the conference. The Noles at 4-6, 3-4 in the ACC. But coming off that big win over Miami. And the Seminoles will finish their regular season at Florida next Saturday. Mike Norvell said there are only 2 games at the beginning of the year I talk about with my team. Miami and Florida. That's it. And on a run into wide open spaces, it's Corbin again across the 50-yard line to pick up a first down with a 20-yard run.
Yeah, it's Corbin again. He's going to come in here. He's going to end up winding this back. But look at the movement they end up getting up front with their offensive line. He's doing a really good job. And I think the offensive line generally has been probably the most improved segment of this team.
Looking for a long strike. Oh, that's a tough play, but incomplete. He had the catch made for a split second. Andrew Parchment, but unable to hang on. Covered by C.J. Burton.
It's a pretty good throw by Jordan Travis away from the defender. Parchment, that's one you like to see him catch because the ball's right there. Back shoulder throw, hard to defend. Been a nice pickup, great throw.
Second down 10. Opening drive of the second half. FSU really trying to put a hammer down immediately. Ward in the backfield. To get pass play instead. He's going to hit McDonald. And McDonald very tough to bring down. No one's done it yet. And those sticks keep on moving. Woodbay finally wrapped him up at a 15-yard pickup.
It's a great job. Play calling and execution there. Just kind of the run action gets Cam Arnold to aggressively play downhill. And then the throw comes in right behind him.
FSU wants to move quickly. And they're doing it. Another first down. Ward wrapped up this time by Cam Arnold. And will lose 2 yards on that carry.
I've been impressed with Florida State, just their balance. I mean, the run action, some of the plays they have off of the run action, and they got a bunch of players involved as well. Just kind of so unique each and every week, Dave. Almost looking like a completely different offense at times. Certainly have a good plan today.
Second and long for Travis. Good time in the pocket. Lofts it over the top. And a jumping catch, incomplete. That was Ward out of the backfield. Boy, they're so effective throwing to the running backs.
They are, and they get these man coverage situations, and I think it's just the matchups that they like. You see where Ward is coming from, basically from in the backfield down the sideline.
Going for the end zone, and a catch in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Malik McClain with an outstanding grab, a flag down, but up high for the grab, but a touchdown, at least for the moment.
Legal substitution, defense, more than 11 players on the field. That penalty decline, result of the play, or touchdown.
That did not take long, did it?
Not take long at all, and Jeff Hafley talking to Kelsey at halftime wants to see how his team is going to respond. Well, I mean, the response came from Florida State, who just put together an impressive drive. And then Malik McClain just doing a great job of going up and getting the football, not waiting for it, attacking it, is able to come down with it as BC's kind of waiting for it to come down to them.
Yeah, McLean, talented preseason freshman All-America out of Alabama, his second touchdown of the season. The extra point good. FSU holding the hammer.
Yeah, holding the hammer is right. It was that talented freshman climbing the ladder to help Jordan Travis out.
How's Sanchez looking?
With your QB's increased spin rate, any pass with a launch angle of at least 43 degrees puts Sanchez in the end zone.
You a data analyst or something?
An investor in Invesco QQQ, a fund that gives you access to NASDAQ 100 innovations like AI statistical analysis software.
How am I going to do?
Become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
My new normal? Fewer asthma attacks with Nucala. A once-monthly add-on injection for severe eosinophilic asthma. Nucala reduces eosinophils, a key cause of severe asthma.
Nucala is not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Infections that can cause shingles have occurred. Don't stop steroids unless told by your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. May cause headache, injection site reactions, back pain, and fatigue. Ask your doctor about Nucala.
Find your new normal with Nucala.
When the holidays really get going, keep up with new pancake minis at Dunkin'. Enjoy 6 fluffy, delicious pancakes with dipping syrup. Cheers with a white mocha hot chocolate to take on the holidays wherever they take you. Marry on with pancake minis. America runs on Dunkin'.
During Walmart's Black Friday deals for days, it's easy to get the best deals and score Friday in store. This season, head into Walmart's Black Friday deals for days.
Did you see the one with Mystery Apartment Girl?
She feels a breeze
coming from behind the medicine cabinet, so she looks behind it, and guess what she found? Another dimension? A stack of cash?
You just have to see it.
The most dramatic saga in football is taking place right now.
Incredible NFL theater. 600 touchdown passes for Tom Brady. Halfway through the NFL's biggest season ever. Stay tuned.
Great guest list for the Mannings tonight.
You've reached Peyton and Eli. Leave a message.
Hey guys, John Mann here, and I'd love to do the telecast with you guys. I mean, we could diagram Peyton's head. Boom! Watch Peyton and Eli. You'll never know who dropped by. Wow!
Been a big hit.
Phil Mickelson was grilling him. Just, oh, the Hasselcast. We get Matthew in there. Is that what they're going to call that now?
That's it. It is now. You've named it. We've branded it, as we like to say. It's a done deal. I'd watch that.
Would you?
No question about it.
I don't know if Matthew could handle the questions Phil Mickelson was
Sinkfield on a breakout. Now cuts back inside. Across the 50-yard line. Dragged down at the 40. So there's the answer that they've been looking for all day. This goes 45 yards on the return.
Well, and they needed something to spark them because Jeff Hafley was looking for some fight out of his football team, and the defense did not give it to him in that first drive. They are able to get some good field position, which has been a bit of an issue for BC throughout this game. But finally, start a drive in plus territory.
FSU just coming off an impressive 7-play, 75-yard into the end zone drive that went 237. Garwo in motion on the fake. Dracovic slams on the brakes, keeps the football. Here Thomas all over him. He's going to lose a yard on that carry.
And once again, it's great effort by Keir Thomas. Dracovic looks like he maybe is going to be able to climb up and scramble, but it's Keir Thomas with great pursuit, basically relentless pursuit from the backside. And it was kind of interesting talking to Adam Fuller when we were asking about Jermaine Johnson, also talking about Keir Thomas and how valuable he's been for this defense.
Senior out of Miami. Dracovic with time to throw this time, but it's incomplete, intended for Williams. Let's go down to Kelsey.
Well, Tim, you touched on it a little bit right there when Fuller told us that he's been as valuable as an addition as we've had, saying that, look, Jermaine gets a lot of the attention, and he should, but Keir Thomas has been doing big things for them as well. I actually got to talk to Jermaine Johnson a little bit about Keir, and he said the way he approaches the game, he's got this professional mindset. He's a guy that's gotten really close with him, and he says the way you come out and knowing he has his back every single time makes a big difference.
Yeah, they both look like Sunday afternoons are very much in their future. Jurkovic flushed out of there. Evading one tackle, directing some traffic downfield. Going to keep it, and got past the marker. And a good job as he is knocked out of bounds when sprawling there, but that's 17 yards.
It's a really good job of coverage. You just look at what happens. You know, they're playing with a too-high shell, and essentially they rotate it down. Now, there's really nowhere for Jurkovic to go with the football. We've seen this a bunch out of him. Nowhere to go. He's able to escape, and then he usually creates a lot of big plays when that happens. It's a good job there, just making the decision to run with it. Nice gain for BC.
Having trouble throwing the football today on the carry. Garwo to the right. Garwo came in with a chance at a 1,000-yard season. He was about 100 yards shy of that coming into play. He's going to gain 6 on this carry.
And, you know, BC, you know, as bad as it's been, just think about last week for them against Georgia Tech. They were down. They looked a little bit flat. But there was some fight in their offense, which is why I think Jeff Hafley was talking about seeing some fight from his team. At least the offense seems like they're responding.
And off again, it's Garwo. Had an opening there, finally down, but a first down. Thought for a moment he was going to break into the end zone. He picks up 10. Hakeem Dent with the stop. And first and goal here for the Eagles.
Yeah, and with a lot of football left, you know, Boston College doesn't need to change its identity offensively. It's going to stick with the run. And, you know, you can't be in a situation against this front, especially the way the first half went, of just dropping back every play. It's already been decided that, you know, BC really can't pass protect one-on-one.
Garwo to the 5. Only 5'8", 215 pounds. Pennsylvania guy, and gets tough yards. Picked up 3 there.
You know, BC likes his vision, his power, but also his balance. You know, he kind of runs through plenty of contact, but has great balance.
Second and goal for Boston College. Trying to get back in this game. Garwo bouncing outside and gets a little bit closer. And he has been the man on this drive. Jarvis Brownlee with a tackle. With 9:16 to go in the third.
Yeah, and what BC's trying to do with their run game is come down and block the edge players to force the corners for Florida State to replace, meaning become the new force players and make the tackle. Brownlee a couple times on this drive.
On the 2-yard line, Garwo, and he's just gonna, down goes the quarterback. An outstanding stop there by FSU all over Jurkovic. That was Keir Thomas again.
Yeah, I mean, basically, Jermaine Johnson said, look, I got the first half. Keir Thomas, you get the second half in terms of being disruptive. And Jurkovic, I think, just makes the wrong decision on his own read. Rather than giving the ball to Garwo as Keir Thomas came up the field, he decided to keep it, and Keir Thomas there to make the play.
Thomas is just having a huge afternoon. So 4th and goal. And they'll stop play right here. They're both pretty angry at the moment, and we'll take a timeout here. 26-3. FSU dominating so far.
Don't be shy now. I like that prime cut. I love my gold jacket, but that Aflac blue feels so right.
When you feel right, you coach right.
I know that's right. Prime never believed in double coverage, but health insurance in Aflac is money.
Must be the money.
And I know how Coach Prime feels about money.
Now that is what this jacket needs.
Must be the money.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at Aflac.com.
You can go big, or you can go big. Bigger fries, bigger drink. Just 80 cents more with any meal. Only at Zaxby's. And see Ghostbusters Afterlife exclusively in movie theaters.
Why do nearly 1 million businesses choose Stamps.com to mail and ship? No more trips to the post office. No more paying full price for postage. And great rates from USPS and UPS. Mail letters. Ship packages. Anytime, anywhere. For less. A lot less. Get our special TV offer. A 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com/TV and never go to the post office again.
This is my wallet before, and this is my Ridge wallet.
It's smaller, lighter, and a lot more convenient than my old leather wallet.
And helps me get rid of all the junk that I've collected over the years.
The Ridge is a huge upgrade. Get your Ridge wallet at ridge.com.
Mike Norvell very happy with the score, but not that last incident on the field.
I was furious. I mean, looking at the top of the screen, and then he goes and lets some of his defensive players have it. Talking about the substitution, and here's why. When you look at it, basically forced to take the timeout because there's only 10 guys on the field. And, you know, with 10 guys on the field on a critical 4th down, you've got to burn a timeout. And kind of a mistake that you don't want to make and wouldn't expect to make with as well as they've played so far today.
Well, 4th and goal, 26-3. And a long drive here for Boston College. FSU trying to make another stop. Jurkovic in a handoff this time and got down and into the end zone for the touchdown. Pat Garwold, they really jumped on his back on that drive, and from 3 yards, he's in for 6.
There's no doubt about it. They've leaned on the run game that drive, and Boston College comes back with the zone read that they ran earlier, where Jurkovic ends up keeping the football, made the wrong decision that time. Made the right decision, handed to 24 and let his big back punch it in.
9 plays. And 40 yards, took a little over 4 minutes. And they will take a look on the scoring play. See if the knee went down before he got across the line.
And his knee is definitely down shy of the goal line. Looks like right there, and it's kind of hard to see where that elbow is with the football. I think another great shot right down the goal line. We had one earlier. Our guy Torian with the handheld camera helped us out on the safety, which actually overturned the call on the field.
That's the key.
The shot was so good, and you know, here ruling on the field is the touchdown, and I just don't know with bodies around there and where his knee comes down if there's enough evidence to reverse that call.
We give you another look as Garwo dives ahead, and that's so hard to tell there.
Yeah, and you know, his knee's down shy. Obviously the ball's out in front of his knee in his left arm, which, you know, from this angle here, when you see his knee go down, it's still so hard to tell where it is, but I will say that is a great shot. I will say, I just don't know that there's enough to see where that football is when his knee is down to overturn it.
That call on 4th and goal, so obviously a giant call in the game. And they continue to look on the field. The ruling is a touchdown for Pat Garwo, his 7th of the season. Michael Webster, our replay official.
What's interesting, I mean, with as long as this is taken, we look at that shot from right down the goal line. His knee is clearly short. But we know the ball from the other angle is in his left arm, and you can't see where that is because of a defender in the way.
So, to your original point.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Will be a touchdown. Just not enough evidence to overturn that.
No, not enough to overturn it. And a huge play for BC, because now, if the kick ends up being good, it's just a 2-score game. Obviously with touchdowns and 2-point conversions, which, the word of the day seemed to be, when we talked to BC, hope. With their quarterback back, at least you have some hope.
Litton connects on the point after. That drive set up by a 45-yard kickoff return. And Garwo into the end zone. So here's the play where he kept it. Jurkovic, and that backfired.
Yeah, and so it's a zone read, and they're reading Keir Thomas right there. If he comes up the field at all, you're going to give the ball to the back. And Thomas does a great job of reading it, and so they just come right back to it. He's like, all right, he came up the field, give it to him, and it doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of times, Dave, people talk about quarterbacks reading the defense. Well, it doesn't just apply to the passing game, especially now with so many quarterbacks part of the run game with zone reads. That's a read as well. You're reading that defensive end, need to make the right decision in the run game. First time Jurkovic did not, second time he did. Gets BC back on the board.
Danny Longman laying into this one. And Corbin to bring it. Oh, he got popped at the 20-yard line. And that was the end of that return. And a pretty serious stick there. Joseph Sparacio answering the call, and his head coach was saying at halftime, need to get tough, need to get a little mean and get back in the game.
Looking for some fight, and Sparacio giving him a little bit of fight. I think this is the response Jeff Hafley was looking for. But as we talked about Florida State defensively dominating BC, offensively BC really has not had an answer for Jordan Travis.
They'll run it here, make it a spin move to pick up a couple extra yards. Brendan Barlow with the stop, and a 7-yard gain. Let's get on to Kelsey.
Well, guys, exactly what you're saying right there about keeping that spark alive and the energy is what I'm hearing on the sidelines. Vinny DePalma, one of their vocal leaders, said this is no time to feel sorry for ourselves. We can't have bad body language. We've got to go out there and make plays. Coaches really preaching, tackling, and having confidence.
Quarterback will keep again. Travis dragged at the 40 by Graham Mobley, but that's a first down. He scampers for 12.
The athleticism out of Jordan Travis is really impressive. Really bad snap. And look at this. Like, no big deal. One hand, I got this, and then do a good job of executing the read off of it, which was either give the ball to Corbin or keep it. He kept it. Nice play.
Coming off 62 yards rushing against Miami. And staying on the ground again. And Travis, the West Palm Beach native, rushed for over 100 yards in back-to-back games this season. 113 yards against Syracuse and then 121 against North Carolina.
Being down on the field prior to the game and seeing him up close. He's a big, strong kid. I mean, I just, looked bigger than I thought he was, which is, when you add in the, how he's run the football, been a part of it, and the backs, obviously, we've seen what Corbin has done, been good as well.
Travis dumps it off short. And a completed pass out of the backfield. And once again, it's going to be Trayshawn Ward with the catch, gaining 4.
Well, Brandon Barlow reads the screen, sees it. Looks like he's there, ready to make the play, but just retrace your steps to the top of the screen. 44, Barlow's going to see it and turn and go to Corbin, but just can't get there fast enough. And then you see Corbin, who does a good job of getting up the field as soon as he catches that football.
He called here 3rd down and 4 for the Seminoles. And the sophomore quarterback trying to move those sticks again. And that's going to be complete here on the near sideline. Complete to Parchment. And that will move them again. The 14-yard pickup.
Yeah, it's just a simple little out route at the bottom of the screen versus off coverage. And Florida State's done that a few times today where you get off coverage, they'll roll Travis to the receiver, and it's pretty easy pitch and catch for Jordan Travis and Parchment.
Empty backfield on first down at the 40. Trying to get out of that pocket. He's still alive. Zips the pass incomplete. On a short toss to Ward, but could not connect.
And one of the things about Jordan Travis that I feel like has really shown itself, and I think there's been growth throughout the season, is how good he is pre-snap. And the coaches referenced it, and we had a chance to talk to him this week. A lot of times he uses that fake clap and then the clap to initiate the snap, but looking at the defense and then getting this offense into the right play.
He'll throw the football again and did not get anywhere near first down there. It was Douglas with the catch for 6. So once again facing a 3rd and 4.
And I will say, just like we saw on second down, if Boston College is going to play as much off coverage as we've seen, you know, they've traditionally throughout the season been a press man football team defensively, but given a fair amount of coverage, JT Thompson, 33, has been playing off quite a bit. Looks like he's impressed now, but if you get free access throws, just go ahead and throw it out there, which we've seen Jordan Travis do.
McDonald, a tight end in motion. Another short catch, another short pass, and going to be well short. To a Philly unable to get anything after the grab. In fact, it loses a yard. And it was Jaden Woodbay there to make the stop.
Well, it was interesting. They ran this play earlier. This is the play that Tuafili caught for a touchdown. They motioned the tight end over there. They get 2 blockers out in front, just spit it outside. That time, he's seen it, and Woodbay had seen it, and the Florida State transfer got out there quickly. Yeah, Jordan Travis was like, wait a second, I think they've seen that play before.
Yeah, transferred this summer from FSU to BC. So 4th down and 5. And Travis to go for it. Good protection in the pocket. It's broken up, incomplete. Intended for Douglas, but Mike Palmer, the 5th-year man, but a flag is down with 3:35 left in the 3rd.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Personal foul, high hit on the quarterback, number 97. Defense, we had illegal formation. Offense, more than 4 players in the backfield. Those fouls offset. Replay 4th down.
Wow. Well, a couple things here. I mean, Valdez can't go high on Jordan Travis because Mike Palmer ends up making a great play. And man, you know, it's these plays, forcible contact. That's how they call them. I mean, that's just, whether people like it or not, that's how they call them. That's a redo, and you know, for BC, I expect them to come after Jordan Travis.
So the Seminoles get another shot at it at 4th and 5. Travis throwing short again. He got it in there, tangled up, but he's going to pick up enough for a first, a 9-yard gain, a flag down. And they continue the scrum. Jordan Young with the grab, the wide receiver. They're going to get together on this flag. 3:24 to go. A couple of them dropped here.
Illegal formation. More than 4 players in the backfield. Number 76 was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
Yeah. Darius Washington, look at his stance. He's so far back that they're not saying he's on the line of scrimmage. And it's happened 2 plays in a row. You know, typically how that works is if an official is going to flag an offensive lineman for not being far enough up on the line of scrimmage, he'll warn him. He'll say, hey, 76, you know, you're cutting it close, like you got to move up. Normally you get some type of warning. So considering that it was flagged the previous play, You would think that Darius Washington maybe adjusted his alignment.
Hill standing at the 10 as FSU punts. And trying for the corner and a coverage by FSU. Able to get down quickly. It was Wilson. 35-yard kick. Great field position. One time knocked down in a big way in a standing coverage.
I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I can't tell you the last time I looked at my credit card statement. Hi, I'm Yaya, founder of Truebill, a simple app to help you stay on top of your spending, save money, and make sense of your finances. It's an automated accountant for busy people. Download Truebill today.
Love the delicious taste of fried foods? Now you don't have to say no. Enjoy all the crunch without the calories when you create healthy, delicious meals with Cuisinart's Air Fryer Toaster Oven. Our innovative technology lets you fry food with ultra-hot air and 98% less oil for healthier results and no messy cleanup or lingering odors. With 7 functions, this multitasking oven also bakes, broils, convection bakes and broils, warms and toasts, so you'll use it every day. Say yes to healthy and delicious with the Cuisinart Air Fryer Toaster Oven.
Football isn't always pretty. Fortunately, some of us clean up nicely. But good looks mean nothing without the performance to back it up. Take my Wolf & Shepherd shoes. Sure, they're beautifully made with full-grain Italian leather and classic styling. But they're my go-to shoes because of how they feel. Cushy, light, and super comfortable. Just like my sneakers. Who says you can't have it all?
I discovered self by searching up the word self-care. Watching my credit score and wanting to build that up was a part of my self-care. Joining Self not only gave me the tools to build my credit, but it also gave me hope.
Laser X, the #1 home laser tag game on the planet. Join Team Red, Blue, or whatever color you choose. The Revolution Blaster has quick slide reload and 300-foot range. With the all-new Micro Blaster's built-in receiver, you can play blaster to blaster. The ultra-long-range blaster has the longest range of any Laser X ever, over 500 feet. The Equalizer lets you blast multiple opponents at once. You can get the Micro Blaster double set for $29.99, and shipping is free. Batteries not included. Extra blasters sold separately. Must be 18 or older to order.
When we started our business, we were paying like an arm and a leg for the postage. I remember setting up ShipStation. I think it was just like 1 or 2 clicks. Everything was up and running. I was printing out labels and saving money.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping, like, we're cut in half, just like that.
ShipStation, the #1 choice of online sellers. Go to shipstation.com/TV and get 2 months free.
You see the struggle that it's been for Phil Dracovic. I mean, just 5 of 12 for 34 yards in the first half. Nothing going in the second half. And Zay Flowers, their big play receiver, just 1 target. Dave, you got to feel like that's something that's got to change. And even if you don't have time to get the ball down the field to Zay Flowers, you got to find other ways to get to him. But the story's been pressure. And they had Flowers down the middle, and Keir Thomas was able to get to Dracovic before he's able to get it off. But I almost wonder if Frank Signetti, with maybe some of those touch passes, fly sweeps, something to get the talented #4 more involved.
Quarterback's going to hang on to it again and drag down in the backfield. Nowhere for Dracovic to go. DJ Lundy taking him down. A loss of 2.
And you see the speed of Lundy. I mean, we know Dracovic eats up a lot of ground once he gets rolling, and Lundy does a good job of racing him to the perimeter to get him down.
You mentioned speed. The defensive speed of FSU is striking.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know, just watching it, see the way they're going, especially the way they rush the passer, the way they pursue. It's been impressive.
Dracovic back into the end zone. And that time Flowers covered too much. And that's going to be a number of flags dropped. Brendan Gant, strong safety all over him.
Pass interference. Defense, #5. Automatic first down at the spot of the foul.
First down and a little bit gimpy Flowers.
Yeah, Flowers is running a shallow cross, and there's another shallow cross coming his direction. They're trying to get a little bit of a rub. They don't get it. Gant just grabs him early, and at the end of this, looks like he got kneed in the calf or something. Kind of hobbles off.
Gallo tried to cut back inside, but they are there to say hello. Kalen Deloach, who's had another big game. And Flowers trying to work out the pain, that calf that took a hit.
Yeah, and that'd be a huge, I mean, look, if BC wants to mount something to come back, he's their big play guy. They're going to need him back out there.
Yes.
If they have a shot.
40 catches coming in. Been shut down today. Jurkovic, short, another flag as he hit Gill, but a flag dropped, 5-yard pickup. And McClellan with the tackle. 1:05 to go here in the third quarter.
Personal foul, legal hands to the face. Number 91, defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
That's Cooper.
And when you think about what's happened today, BC's biggest plays have kind of come on penalties from Florida State defensively, and the illegal hands to the face by Cooper aiding this drive for BC. You see the right side of the screen, 91, on Zion Johnson, just kind of pushing in his helmet between his face mask and his helmet.
Florida State penalized for the 10th time, Tim. 4 of those for first downs. So those penalties really kept Boston College alive. Jurkovic with time, and it's broken up. Florida State busts up the play. Akeem Dent to slap it.
Well, Dave, you just mentioned the speed showing up for Florida State defensively. That's a great example of it, as Akeem Dent is chasing, a route, an over route. Those are hard to run down. Now, the ball's thrown a little bit behind Jelani Galloway, but it's Akeem Dent with great closing speed to get his hand in there to knock it away.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Flowers back in and complete to Flowers. Evades one, evades another, cuts outside. They'll get to the 40, cutting back inside. And they are going to take him down at last, but a marvelous run after the catch. It goes for 45.
Dave, I think his calf is okay. He runs a little bit of a spot route. Jurkovic takes a while to get it to him, and then this is what we were referring to. He's such a dynamic player. I mean, that's not down in two-hand touch either time, and he's a really special player. Frank Signetti has told us in the past that he wants to get, at least 2 touches a game to Zay Flowers. You can see why.
They needed that life. 38 yards after the catch for Flowers.
If you wake up thinking about the markets and want to make the right moves fast, get Decision Tech from Fidelity. You'll get proactive alerts from market events before they happen, and insights on every buy and sell decision. With zero commission online U.S. stock and ETF trades. For smarter trading decisions, get Decision Tech from Fidelity.
Dear MS, from day one, you've tried to define me.
But I never invited you in. It's my life.
And this is my journey.
I've found a way to do things differently with Ocrevus, an infusion treatment that's 2 times a year.
For adults with relapsing or primary progressive forms of multiple sclerosis, Ocrevus is proven effective in reducing relapses in RMS and slowing disability progression in RMS and PPMS.
Don't take Ocrevus if you've had a life-threatening allergic reaction to it or have hepatitis B. Tell your doctor about vaccinations or if you've had Hep B, as it could come back. A common side effect of Ocrevus is infusion reactions, and some may require hospitalization. It can increase your risk of infections, which can be serious and may decrease certain types of immunoglobulins. While PML was not reported in clinical trials, it could happen. An increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, may exist.
Sorry, MS.
You don't get to control every part of me.
MS can't own us.
Ask your doctor about 2 times a year Ocrevus.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
Are the stars out tonight?
Alexa, play our favorite song again.
Okay.
Really?
They're goldfish. I always go for the handful. I got about 73 here.
I get more than 73.
Go for the handful.
The priorities were basically playing football and trying to be the best I could be.
Today, the team cut Lawyer Malloy, one of their most popular players.
It felt like I lost my brother. Ignore the noise.
Super Bowl 38.
When you start something, you got to finish it.
In all these games, it took that much to win. That's the difference between being remembered and not being remembered.
Undefeated Terrence Crawford will face Sean Porter.
Our Subway game refresh. Boston College hanging in there. The drive started on their own 4-yard line.
But, you know, you just look at what's happened this half. I mean, just a big return. They were able to punch it in on 4th down. And then Zay Flowers, after he looked like he maybe was going to be hobbled, looked anything but hobbled on that 38-yard pickup. And now BC in a 2-score game just outside the red zone, and Phil Dracovic starting to get a little bit more of a rhythm than he was in the first half.
And flag immediately.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 16, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down. Please reset the clock to 15 minutes.
It's on the tight end, Luchetti.
Jeff Halfley's like, really, guys? Like, right now, just, well, BC can't afford to get off schedule because of their inability to pass protect. And so penalties like that are never good, but they hurt more in certain situations. And when you are having a hard time with pass rushers, that would be one of those.
Very experienced offensive line with 3 grads. First down and 15. He's going to fire that one, broken up by Florida State. They do have a man down. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. Brownlee getting up.
Good job of Brownlee at driving on the ball. Flowers probably could have come back to it a little bit, but you know, clearly for BC and Dracovic, you know, the challenge is that ball kind of, you know, lost a little bit of energy as it was getting there. And again, it's Keir Thomas, he's just kind of pushing Tyler Vrabel back into the quarterback's lap.
2nd and 15. Time to throw it and overthrew it. He wanted Jaden Williams, nowhere near. 3rd and 15 coming up for BC.
You know, you just can tell, and you know, I said it earlier that hits on the quarterback are cumulative. You know, and typically what happens when you are having a hard time protecting the quarterback, the coach will say, hey, look, we can't hold it back there. The ball's got to come out on time. And you know, one of the things Dracovic does so well is hold the football and then create big plays. Just hasn't had that opportunity because of the way Florida State defense is played.
From the 27-yard line, rifles that one in a diving catch and completed to Levy out of the backfield for the first down. Big play for the Eagles, 17 yards.
Big play and a great call. Basically get that back coming out, run a post. Our post out of the backfield. And what that does is it basically gets a flat-footed linebacker trying to cover the middle of the field. Good call, good execution by BC.
Early 4th quarter, play action, Dracovic flushed out of the pocket. Directing traffic, and he wants the end zone now. He's going to be short of that inside the 5-yard line. Knocked out by Knowles, but he'll scamper for 7.
Almost like Phil Dracovic forgot that he could run it. You know, we mentioned him directing traffic. He's trying to tell Zay Flowers where to go. And all of a sudden, I think he heard the crowd. That happens sometimes, like the big gasp of, hey, or you can take off and run, which obviously he eventually decided to do.
Flowers wide left. Second down goal for Boston College. Hanging around today against Florida State. At times it looked like they were going to get blown out here on their home field. Garwo to carry, runs into a stack in front of him. No place to maneuver there before Robert Cooper made the tackle. And 3rd and goal.
This has been the best game that I have seen Kalen DeLoach play. Number 20 for Florida State, in the middle of that defense. When he's not making plays, he's standing up linemen to let his teammates make plays. He's done a tremendous job today. I mean, this entire Florida State defense has, but I think it's been his best game I've seen him play.
Dracovic under center here, looking to throw it. Pressure, and it's down on the deck, and it's picked up by Florida State. FSU with the football. Was it a fumble?
Ruling on the field is a fumble, recovery by the defense, 1st and 10.
Now recovered by Robert Cooper, number 91. And under immense pressure, it came loose.
Yeah, Zay Flowers running a little whip route at the top of the screen. See that? That to me is
ruling on the field was a fumble, recovery by the defense. Previous play is under further review.
He's out-leveraged the defense, and Phil Dracovic is trying to hold on to the football and come off of it when I think that ball should have gone out to Zay Flowers. And you know what's interesting, I initially thought the ball was hit and came loose in his hands. Looking at like that again, if his arm is coming forward, his elbow gets hit, but the ball was secure in his hand, if that's coming forward, I think there's a chance that that is an incomplete pass.
And guess who? Jermaine Johnson in there once again, ruling on the field a fumble.
You know how some carriers give you so little for your old or busted phone you end up just living with it? I don't think so.
This Black Friday, get the amazing iPhone 13 Pro when you trade in your old or damaged phone.
You break it, we upgrade it.
You mistletoe it, champagne flow it, angels snow it.
We upgrade it whether you're a current customer or a new one.
Get iPhone 13 Pro on us and up to $800 to help cover your cost to switch.
Because everyone deserves better.
Happy Veterans Day, America. To all the veterans, we say thank you for your service. But you know what? We're just as grateful for what you do now in your community centers, churches, and driveway barbecues. And our communities are made better, thanks to veterans. So to say thank you, we're giving 11 houses to 11 veterans.
No way.
I'm good, I'm not crying.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq, a once-daily pill, can dramatically improve symptoms. Rinvoq helps tame pain, stiffness, swelling, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RA fatigue. That's Rinvoq relief. With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints. Rinvoq regulates it to help stop the attack.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious infections and blood clots, sometimes fatal, have occurred, as have certain cancers, including lymphoma, and tears in the stomach or intestines, and changes in lab results. Your doctor should monitor your blood work. Tell your doctor about any infections, and if you are or may become pregnant while taking Rinvoq.
Take on RA. Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq, make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
I need a Mocha Crunch Blast, please. You got it.
I'm on the Mocha Fudge.
We're gonna need more espresso chunks.
Order up.
Sonic Mocha Crunch Blast.
After further review, the ruling on the field is an incomplete forward pass. 4th down and goal at the 3-yard line on the left hash.
So no fumble. Dracovich's going to try and carry to the end zone. He jumps in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Boston College. A 3-yard run from the quarterback. Calling it 2.5. And that makes it 26-16. Boston College. Got to go for 2 here.
You do. What a turn of events when you think about it. I mean, really, by the narrowest margin, that ball was ruled incomplete because it's secure in Dracovich's hands as it's going forward, and then another opportunity. They basically run quarterback sweep, and now need to go for 2 to make it a 1-score game.
So BC going for the 2-point conversion. Have the tight end Luchetti in motion. Garwold, the running back. Obviously, Dracovic can do that as well, and a timeout.
Timeout, Boston College. That's their first charge, timeout of the half, 30-second timeout.
12:57 remaining in this one.
Well, so you look at what happened here. They're going to end up blocking down on Keir Thomas and then pulling around Tyler Vrabel. So they essentially get quarterback sweep, get the perimeter, get big guys blocking little guys out in space, and then great effort by Dracovic to sell out to get into the end zone. And, you know, Hafley didn't like the look he had for the 2-point play. Looked like Phil Dracovic running down the field
yes.
to get the timeout called. And listen, if you don't like your play, you think of the magnitude. And listen, it's a 2-point swing here. You have to love your call. Makes it a 1-possession game, which, with the way the second half started, with Florida State marching the ball down the field, clearly has BC, in a much different situation than they were after that initial drive.
And energized. 13 plays, 96 yards. They had a long way to go, and now going for 2. And they finally got Flowers involved. Dracovic back to throw, and going to be broken up and incomplete, so cannot convert. Going for 2 there. He wanted the tight end, Luchetti, but Akeem Dent was there.
Yeah, and the problem is Cooper now getting pressure, and so as he's trying to get the ball to the corner, he's just under pressure one more time. Can't follow through on the throw, and so rather than the throw going to the back pylon, and he gets hit again. And look, that was pretty much catch, drop, throw. That was not, a quarterback holding on to the football, and ball ends up being inaccurate. And I think once again, you've got to credit this Florida State defensive line. That's just been disruptive the entire game.
And Dracovic takes another pop. He's spent considerable time on the ground here today. He's been hit a lot, sacked 4 times, hurried half a dozen times, knocked down 4 times.
Yeah, and we know he's tough. I mean, he rushed back from this injury, but when quarterbacks get hit, it just takes its toll over time, and I think that there's been an element of that with how he's played.
26-16, and Monday night Catch College basketball doubleheader starting with Charleston Southern against Georgia Tech at 7. That's followed by Coach K and his number 7 Duke Blue Devils taking on the Citadel. Both games right here on ACC Network, as well as the ESPN app. One app, one tap.
It's a big drive for Florida State. When you think about, some of this momentum back in the favor of Boston College, I would think that we get a heavy dose of Jordan Travis in the run game.
Travis going to hand off here. It's Corbin. Can't get loose. Quick response by BC and Chris Banks.
But almost a turnover created because of the penetration at that mesh point of the handoff, Dave. And Florida State almost fortunate that there wasn't a mishap in the backfield.
2nd and 9. Florida State with the football, 4-6 at the moment. Try and draw even inside the ACC. With a victory, they'll be 4-4 in conference play. Travis going short and busted up by BC on the diving effort by Cam Arnold, the linebacker. Nice job reading that one. 12-11 to go.
Well, BC is bringing blitzes. Here comes pressure, okay? And then what happens is they peel off of it and cover this angle route. And that's a heck of a play in zero coverage by Cam Arnold coming underneath.
Third down 9. Trayshawn Ward into the running back. Travis holds his ground and throws it incomplete. Another one broken up. And the stop by BC. Wilson was the intended receiver, but C.J. Burton was on top of him.
C.J. Burton, they end up doing a good job of just locking it as the switch release happens, and then the ball's left a little bit inside. That was probably a little bit fortunate that Burton wasn't able to make a better play on the football and pick it off. You want to miss that one towards the sideline, and it's a pretty quick 3-and-out for Boston College.
So Gill standing back at the 35. First 3-and-out today for Florida State. How about that? And a fair catch, some contact there, and a flag is down. Fair catch was called for. Now Boston College suddenly gaining some momentum. And a flag dropped. 26-16 FSU into the fourth quarter. Late afternoon here in Boston.
You think Boston College has had a few drives today where it started inside the 5-yard line. As the officials discuss whether or not there's enough contact.
After the completion of a fair catch signal, first foul, unnecessary roughness, kicking team, 15 yards from the end of the kick, first down, media timeout.
And Mike Norvell not happy about it because the amount of contact seems quite minimal for a personal foul. But BC's defense stepping up, giving Phil Dracovic and the offense another shot at it.
This Black Friday, get the amazing iPhone 13 Pro on us when you trade in your old or damaged phone.
You break it, we upgrade it, whether you're a current customer or a new one.
And get up to $800 when you switch.
Because everyone deserves better.
I came across this house with water dripping from the ceiling. You never know when something like this will happen. So let the Geico Insurance Agency help you with homeowners insurance. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say somewhere upstairs there's a broken pipe.
Bundle and save even more at geico.com.
Tossed, buffalo, sauce, hot honey, flipped, boneless, dipped, Arby's, razzled, buffalo, dazzled, hot honey, $5 boneless wings and crinkle fries deal. Arby's, we have the meats.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now, there's Skyrizi. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clearer skin at 4 months after just 2 doses.
Skyrizi may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or coughs, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Nothing is everything.
Talk to your dermatologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Why is Clairol Root Touch-Up #1? Because nothing blends better. Root Touch-Up is uniquely designed to cover new grays 100%. It's a seamless match with your color, even if it's salon color. Clairol Root Touch-Up, because we know color.
Surprise! It's a new Buick.
You got me a new Buick?
Oh, and there are more gifts inside. Wow!
I don't even know what to open first.
How about this?
You got me the head-up display.
Heated steering wheel, the massaging seat.
Do you love it?
Okay, what next?
Watch this, Mom.
Alexa, turn on holiday lights.
This year, give the gift of technology in every Buick SUV.
A
ACC Network College Football is presented by the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway.
Great day at halftime for the Hasselbeck family. There's Matt, or Matthew as you call him.
That's right.
Your mom and dad. There's your dad, an NFL guy as well. Great family legacy. Jurkovic on the move across the 50. Slipped a little bit as he cut inside. And a stop by Brownlee, a 3-yard gain.
You know, and yeah, you know, Elizabeth, I think a little overboard getting the kids the T-shirts on there, but really fun. Good to see Pat Kraft, athletic director of Boston College. Thankful for the BC Varsity Club, and Dirk Knight and all those guys put a lot of work into it. Great time for my family.
I say great job, Elizabeth. That's the way you do that. A spinning move on a nice carry by Alex Sinkfield. And when he's gotten an opportunity today, he's played very well.
He's played really well, and you know, the run game has come to life a few times for Boston College, and you know, there's still plenty of time to, again, not change who you are offensively. 11 minutes left in a 10-point game. You know, BC continuing to kind of pound the football, still okay.
Pat Garwo returning as the back here for the Eagles.
And to me, I'm going zone read here because it's been so hard to block the defensive ends. Just read them.
Garwo takes it, finds an opening, and picks up a first down. Kevin Knowles will stop him, but up for gain 6 and moves the sticks.
And that's exactly what that was. It was
Timeout, injured Florida State player.
That's DJ Lundy, middle linebacker, is down. We will have to take the break.
Media timeout.
39 remaining, 26-16 FSU.
Home is where we experience the holidays together. But for many veterans after military service, finding a home for their families is a struggle. That's why Pillsbury has partnered with Operation Homefront. Together, we're helping provide homes for families transitioning back to civilian life. Because we believe every hero deserves a home of their own.
It's Walmart's Black Friday deals for days. Score a $69 air fryer and get other huge deals all week long. Shop Walmart's Black Friday deals for days.
Back with your check. Yep.
It's okay, everyone. I got this.
Are you a doctor?
Negative. I just watch a ton of medical dramas on Sling TV. Good news, her kidneys are beating.
Sling has live sports, news, and entertainment. It's the live TV you love and on demand for just $35 a month.
I need tweezers, rubbing alcohol, and a Western omelet.
With Sling, you're confident you get the best of live TV.
You're gonna be fine.
Maybe too confident. Get your first month now for only $10. Sling.
The Snapshot app from Progressive rewards you for driving safe and driving less.
Okay, what message did you hear this time? Safe drivers can save using Snapshot.
What's Snapshot?
What the commercial was about.
I tune commercials out.
Yeah, me too. They're always like, blah, blah, blah.
Tell me about it. I'm going to a silent retreat next weekend.
My niece got kicked out of one of those.
For talking?
Grand larceny.
How about we get back to the savings?
Yes, I would like to talk about that.
Okay.
Introducing new targeted benefits from Centrum, designed to help you remember why you came downstairs, be the best tree you can be, and handle client calls and school calls at the same time. Whatever life brings, now there's a Centrum for that.
Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli on ESPN2 and ESPN+.
In the guards. Jordan Cornette here with your studio update. Wake and Clemson. Wake wins. They're going to the championship. Clemson looking to keep their conference championship hopes alive. And it's Kobe Pace punching one in. 38-19 at this point.
Man, that offense has come alive for the Clemson Tigers at the right time.
I mean, in the wrong time for Wake Forest.
Well, Boston College on the drive here. First down and 10 for Jurkovic. Wants a big strike here. Has a receiver into the end zone. Flowers. And a touchdown. 46-yard strike to his #1 receiver. We've been wondering much of the day, when would he be a big factor in this one, and he is now.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Strike is right, because that was a beautifully thrown ball by Phil Dracovic. And then we've talked about Zay Flowers and his speed. And they like to use him on, you know, what are called downtown routes.
The touchdown. Previous play is under further review.
I think they're going to look at, you know, if he ends up being out of bounds as he tries to sneak inside that pylon.
Zay Flowers, for the 5th time this season, if it holds up. Here's the look. Yep. That looks like a touchdown.
To me, this should be a quick one, because you know, the ball's in his right hand. His left hand kind of hits that pylon and appears to be over the goal line. You know, I think, you know, Zay Flowers kind of had an interesting season, because without Phil Dracovic in the lineup, I think it was a bit of a struggle for him. You know, there were times that he was getting open and was not getting the football.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
And that's hard for receivers. They're used to getting the ball. They're used to having big plays. And when you're getting open and not being rewarded for it, it can be hard. And sounds like he's kept a good attitude through that. And, you know, now having Phil Dracovic back in the lineup, you can see the difference it makes.
Connor Lighton for the point after to make this a 3-point game, and he will drill it to make it 26-23. So high drama here on the Heights.
Well, Flowers is going to end up in the slot, and you know, ultimately what happens is he ends up getting outside, and you see where he is lined up so far inside the numbers that he leaves the quarterback all of that room to throw the football. And Jarvis Brownlee has got so much room to cover, and so you see how the condensed split of being inside the numbers leaves all of that room to kind of fade into, and for Dracovic to put the ball. It's a good job of kind of formationally giving your best player an opportunity to just go run underneath it, and then a good job by Dracovic. And you see the big play threat. Just 2 catches for 80 yards. And you know, one of them down the field and one of them just a kind of a 5-yard spot route.
Yeah, it was a non-factor really in the first half. Targeted only the 1 time, but a couple of giant plays here in the second half to draw BC to within 3, 26-23. As they kick off. And a fair catch. Just yesterday, Kelsey Riggs caught up with Zay Flowers.
It's just great to have him back, like to have his presence in the locker room, have his presence on the field, because you never know when he's going to do something like explosive or give you a pass that's like you never had before, or even run. You know, you seen that he got faster. He ran for 3 touchdowns last game, but it's great to have him back.
I would say it's definitely good to have him back, guys. Before the offense took the field, Zay Flowers skipped all the way over to Phil Dracovic, looked him straight in the eyes. They shook hands. They didn't say anything, just looked at each other like, this is it, this is the moment. You saw how they just responded, and also the defense coming out and responding on the other end as well. But Zay talked a lot about the confidence that he has with Phil Dracovic back, and they were throwing each other a lot of compliments rather. Zay talking about, hey, I'm one of the fast guys on this team, but you should see what Phil's doing. Phil really put in a lot of work to work on his legs during that time that he was out, guys. It is paying off between those two.
At Boston College with touchdowns on their last 3 drives. Travis trying to answer now, and he'll fire that one complete. Low one to Douglas, but going to pick up a first down.
To me, Zay Flowers talking sounded like a guy that was like, hey, make sure you throw it to me more.
Injured Florida State player.
You look faster, you're better looking, passes I've never had like that before, the whole thing. And they have a special connection, there's no question about that. And Zay Flowers, a really talented player who has long speed, but also has great quickness. And You know, I think that just got to find more and more ways for him to have an opportunity to touch the football.
Player down is Darius Washington. A tackle for FSU. Today you were inducted into the BC Hall of Fame. Who was that guy for you when you were the starting quarterback here on the Heights in Boston? Who was the go-to guy?
Dedrick DeWalt was my guy from Chicago, Illinois. And he was a really good player, similar to Zay Flowers. And in fairness to my time here, Dave, let's be real, it was about the run game at BC. And that's usually the case with Boston College. The history of great offensive linemen here, great running backs.
Although, as you would say at that particular period, a giant mistake by the offensive staff. I mean, a total waste of a, well, you had a tremendous career, and obviously with 29 touchdown passes, you're in the top 10 all time here at BC, and that's saying a lot with the quarterbacks who come out of here.
There have been some good ones, but BC going to have to do it, you know, through the air and on the ground, and they're going to have an answer for this. We've seen this twice now, Dave. Rolling the quarterback out and working the perimeter, that's an area where Florida State definitely feels like they've got a good matchup advantage. Their receivers outside the numbers versus Boston College's corners.
Went to Williamson, the freshman, as they connected for 9. 2nd down and 1 for the Noles. Travis likes to throw on the move, so effective with that. Another completion, or actually he dropped it, yeah. Incomplete. Intended for Williamson again, and good coverage by J.T. Thompson on the hit.
Yeah, I agree, Dave, because I thought that he caught it as well. Good job being violent at the moment of truth for J.T. Thompson. Now 3rd and 1. We've seen Florida State go with some quarterback sneaks. I would believe that there's some type of option they have. Either give the ball to the back or have Jordan Travis keep it and try to follow a blocker.
3rd and short. And a timeout.
Timeout, Florida State. That's their 2nd charge timeout. Media timeout.
Will break as well. 9:11 to go here at BC.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
The Snapshot app from Progressive rewards you for driving safe and driving less.
Okay, what message did you hear this time? Safe drivers can save using Snapshot.
What's Snapshot?
What the commercial was about.
I tune commercials out.
Yeah, me too. They're always like, blah, blah, blah. Tell me about it. I'm going to a silent retreat next weekend.
My niece got kicked out of one of those.
For talking?
Grand larceny.
How about we get back to the savings?
Yeah. Yes, I would like to talk about that.
Okay.
Make your holiday dreams come true at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and HomeGoods.
Your kindness outshines your highs and lows. Your strength can outlast any bad day because you are greater than your bipolar 1. And you can help take control of your symptoms and ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Once daily Vraylar is proven to treat depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. High cholesterol and weight gain, and high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, may occur. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Common side effects include sleepiness and stomach issues. Movement dysfunction and restlessness are also common. You are greater than your bipolar 1. Ask about Vraylar.
Are the stars out tonight?
Alexa, play our favorite song again.
Okay.
I only have eyes for
good way to start the day. This is the first of 3 games here on ACC Network. Syracuse, NC State, and Virginia Tech and Miami still to come. Over 9 minutes to play, 3rd down and 1. Travis handing off for Corbin. Couldn't bounce outside. He's denied. He is denied a 1st down. Vinny DePalmo's had a big one. Brings up 4th down and 1.
And it's a nice play by Mike Palmer, and almost think that Florida State, would have run some type of option play. Instead, they kind of just get, under center and decide to run right at him. And for Florida State, I do not think that I like the decision to go for it here. You have the opportunity to play field position, pin Boston College back.
Well, the crowd the most alive it has been all day. And diving ahead. Did they get it off in time? I mean, the clock was winding down.
Prior to the snap, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty.
Did not get it off. Well, they have made mistakes that have really cost them today.
In pre-snap penalties, I thought that they were basically in a situation where they were going to try to get BC to jump off sides, think about maybe not snapping the football, but they were trying to sneak it and get the 1st down. And I've got to be honest, you see the play clock down at the bottom, and it did 0 for a little bit before that ball is snapped. I actually think this helps Florida State. I think the right decision was to punt the football, try to pin Boston College, give them a long field, and
Mono, and a fair catch by Gillett around the 10-yard line. That's where the drive will begin now for the Eagles, a 47-yard kick. And now Phil Jurkovec, who came back a couple of weeks ago. Many, including Phil Jurkovec, were none too sure he would return this year from a broken bone in the wrist. He's been much better in the 2nd half, Tim.
Been much better because they found big plays. That being said, he's still only completed half of his passes. And for Florida State, if you think about the thing that has really hurt them, it's been penalties that have aided drives. It's one of the reasons I felt like punting the football is the right move is, hey, play good defense, don't hurt yourself. You get a good chance to get the ball back.
Exactly 8 minutes to go in this one. They'll stay on the ground, and Garwold, not a lot of room to maneuver, picks up 1. Keir Thomas has had a brilliant day for FSU with the stop.
Yeah, he's had a brilliant day, and part of what's happened, the ends for Florida State have won against the tackles. But the other thing that's happened is when Boston College has tried to block Keir Thomas and Jermaine Johnson with tight ends, it just hasn't worked.
2nd down. He steps up, gets it off to Flowers. They're going to be so entertaining to watch. They're going to collar him out as he is spun out by Deloach, but he picks up 12.
Yeah, simple shallow cross by Zay Flowers, and Deloach, who I mentioned earlier, has been having a great day. He just can't run with Flowers. That's not a great matchup, but a good job of getting him down. It did look like he had more shoulder than nameplate there, which is why that would not be a horse collar tackle.
1st and 10. On the ground again. And a carry by Garwold, stopped by Deloach.
And Deloach is like, hey, look, let me make those plays where you're running the football. I'm a linebacker, let me remind you. Chasing, their fastest player across the field, that's a tall task. So, hey, let me play downhill and tackle a running back.
Kalen out of the beautiful city of Savannah, Georgia. 2nd down, Jurkovec. On his feet and sliding ahead. And picks up 13 yards. Akeem Dent gets credit with the stop, but a 13-yard pickup. They move the sticks again.
Yeah, Jeff Hafley is furious because his quarterback gives himself up again. Sliding feet first. And then, it's his shoulder, but he's giving himself up. Jeff Hafley's furious, and I will tell you, these are hard for defensive players, but that one doesn't look that much different than the one we saw earlier today.
No, it did not. Under 6 minutes to go. Garwo cutting back inside to the 40. Brownlee and Dent there with the stop, 5-yard gain. And that clock continues to run. Florida State up by 3.
You know, and Boston College has always talked about being able to lean on people, wear them down by running the football, and kind of the idea of repeated blows in the run game. And you see their balance, you know, offensively between first and second half, obviously much more productive, and leaning on the opponent is part of that.
Garwo really a workhorse. Thomas with a tackle. He'll gain 3 yards. 5:15 to go here at Boston College. 3rd down and 2 coming up.
And when BC is in these situations, and again, I'll go back to it. We saw how productive it was down near the goal line. These are zone read opportunities.
Garwo took the initiative. Now he's going to go down. And nothing doing there, says FSU. And DJ Lundy also has been a very big presence defensively for the Noles today. That brings up 4th down, and they're going to bring on the punting unit. Much to the dismay of the crowd here.
I don't know why the crowd is booing when the team has fought back in the football game. Obviously, fans like going forward in some of these situations, but the defense has been responding for Boston College, and so.
Timeout, Boston College. That's their 2nd charge timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Although I will say the timeout would lead you to believe that maybe Jeff Hafley is maybe agreeing with some of those booing fans.
Giving it consideration. So he's down to 1 more timeout. Florida State has 1 more. With over 4 minutes to go here. 4th down and 2. And we shall see what BC decides to do, down by 3 points.
Punting the football, there is no guarantee that you're going to get it back. Certainly no guarantee that you're going to get it back with timeouts still in hand and enough time to do something. And so, you know, Florida State, who's been in a ton of close games and has had the benefit of playing, you know, some of this situational football where 4-minute offense, you know, if you're protecting a lead. I think Jeff Hafley is maybe saying, look, our best chance to win it may be to go for it.
So he is going to bring his quarterback back out there and hope for some Jurkovic magic at 4th and 2. Garwo, the running back. On the move, he hurdles for a 1st down. A 4-yard run and jump for the 1st down for the quarterback.
It's a design quarterback draw, and it's an outstanding decision to bounce it. And we've seen this a couple times now. Just the willingness. Here's the decision. It's supposed to fit inside, but because of the stunt, he bounces it outside. Just an outstanding effort to sell out to pick up the 1st down.
Garwo, big hole. Outstanding run, stopped by Knowles, but that'll gain 9 for Pat Garwo, and BC is on a move.
And here, Dave, is what's big about going for it on 4th down and getting it now, is now you're not in a 2-minute offense situation where it's pass, 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 and letting the defensive ends pin their ears back. Now it's a situation where you can continue to, and in fact, you probably want to, take some time off the clock and run the football.
Garwo again, another hole for him. A 1st down scamper of 7. Kevin Knowles with the stop. Boston College very confident when Garwo has the football.
And we've seen this out of BC. Big, strong, good run-blocking offensive line. Now creating some space for Garwo, who's running hard.
About 3 minutes to go. He'll get another carry. And continues to make yards. Stopped by the free safety McClellan there, but he'll gain 2.
Boy, and here's the interesting thing. You just mentioned it, Dave. McClellan making the tackle, the free safety for 2 yards. So what does that tell you? Safeties are coming up in run support. So the next thing off of this is hard play action shot down the field.
Well, again, this time they stacked him up. Nothing doing on that play. Thanks to Malcolm Ray, and Jarvis Brownlee came up from the corner and dumps him for a 2-yard loss. So 3rd down approaching.
And basically field goal range is right about the yard to gain for a 1st down. And so for Boston College here, you know at 3rd and 10, this is 2-down territory.
Light and the kicker has hit one from 49. Jurkovic throws that one and incomplete, intended for Gill but short. So more good coverage by the FSU defense. They're on top by 3 with 1:52 to go.
And once again, it's pressure. Keir Thomas right in the face of Phil Jurkovic, not able to follow through, and that's why the ball kind of dies and is behind Gill, because he's open. And I think if Jurkovic isn't under pressure from Keir Thomas, he's going to get there, and now you have to go for it.
4th and 10. Under 2 minutes to play. Jurkovic to throw. Looking downfield, all sorts of time. Now he heaves it. He throws it up for grabs, and it's intercepted by Florida State. Picked off by the Seminoles and by Akeem Dent with 1:42 to play.
And basically, you know, it's been a combination today of great pass rush, but then coverage. You just look what happens. There isn't really anywhere. Jurkovic is looking this way. There's really nowhere to go with the footballs. He's looking to his left, kind of all covered up. So before he can get back to Zay Flowers, who essentially has a double on him on the bottom of the screen, see Flowers, he's going to hook up. You see Dent, who's getting ready to drive on the football, and then as the ball goes up, Dent does a nice job of making a play on it, and Florida State defensively comes up with a big stop.
Another one. The Noles have had several today. At times they've been their own worst enemy with the penalties, but at other times they've made gigantic defensive plays. Travis diving ahead.
Timeout, Boston College. That's their 3rd and final timeout. 3rd and final timeout, 30-second timeout.
So the Eagles take their last one with 1:37 to go. Only a couple of times today has Flowers been a big factor. Looked like for a moment he was going to help lead them to a come-from-behind victory today, but right now it's 26-23 FSU.
Yeah, and then there's some frustration out of Flowers, looking like, hey, looking for an opportunity to have another chance to touch the ball. And, you know, now for Boston College, you know, your best case scenario is get enough stops here that you get the football back with around 15-20 seconds left. And for Florida State, you know, I don't think there's any reason to throw the football. I'm doing anything I can to find an extra gap in the run game and keep it on the ground.
Jayshon Corbin the back. He'll take the football. Still on his feet and sliding down and in bounds. So the clock continues to run.
And smart play by Corbin, obviously, as that was bottled up inside. And again, you know, if you're Florida State, Jordan Travis, want to snap this at the last possible second. You almost think Mike Norvell might use his last time out, you know, when the play clock hits 1,
just
to talk about what they want to do.
Right there with the official. And there's your timeout at 50 seconds
timeout,
to go.
Florida State, 3rd and final charge timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
Take a look at our MVP of the game, brought to you by Sports Clips.
Well, you just look at the efficiency passing the football, 20 of 32, and I think it's been really impressive to see him manage this football game the way that he has. You know, his first touchdown pass was outstanding because it was great movement in the pocket. And then he was able to do a lot of this. Basically get the ball out to his talented playmakers on the perimeter. And he made a big play down the field. He's been really good. And you know, it was interesting, Dave. I just got the sense this week when we had a chance to talk to BC, and they were so excited about Phil Dracovic, and rightfully so. And then when we talked to Florida State, they're so excited to talk about Jordan Travis and kind of what he means to their football team. And
you know, we were talking with Kenny Dillingham, the offensive coordinator, and he said he has such a great relationship with the head coach, with Mike Norvell. The two of them are on the same wavelength. And one of the things so impressive about Travis is he's very cool and very, very confident. He'll take a hit here at the 15-yard line as the clock continues to run. 26-23, Florida State on the verge of knocking off Boston College and dropping the Eagles 6-5, and FSU still with an opportunity to go to a bowl and get 6 wins.
Yeah, and here's the deal with that play, because they took so much time off the clock. You know, there's a 3-second difference between the play clock and the game clock, and so now, much like we saw, you know, at the end of the half, you now get a 4th down play with less than 5 seconds left. You see Mike Norvell talking about, hey, take the delay of game. Now there's 2 seconds left, just like we saw.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down. Please put 3 seconds on the game clock, 3 seconds.
So 3 seconds back on.
And basically, just like we saw at the end of the first half, where you don't want to punt, risk something bad happening. You just take the snap and throw it as far as you can, high and out of bounds, and the clock will run to zeros. And I will say this, that's a very good job by Mike Norvell in that situation. Think of what he did. Let the play clock run down on 3rd down, took his last timeout, ate some clock, then here you go, throw it out of bounds to ice the game.
And that does it. Done really perfectly by Florida State. And they win the game 26-23. This is a team that was 0-4, came very close to being 0-5.
And Mike Norvell talked about never being 0-4 before in his career. The way his team has fought through that has been impressive. And the other thing that'll be big for them, Dave, is you get the 6 wins and become bowl eligible, is he is trying to change the culture at Florida State and build them back. That will go a long way.
Let's go down to Kelsey with Coach Norvell.
Coach Norvell, you talked to us this week about how your team overcomes adversity, and because of that, they're able to win games like this. What does this win mean to your program?
It means everything. You know, each and every week you get an opportunity to come out and respond, and you know, today second half didn't go the way we wanted it, but they continue to fight. We got to stop when we needed it, and it found a way to be victorious. Coming on the road, unbelievable quarterback that we just went against. I mean, just what a competitor. A lot of respect for this Boston College team, but you know, our guys, they continue to fight, they continue to believe, and at the end of the day, we found a way to be victorious.
You wanted to continue to build on the momentum that you guys had last week, and now still a chance to be bowl eligible with the win next week. What does it mean to you and this program to still have that opportunity? I
mean, it's there's a standard here at Florida State, and we're working every single day with the way that we compete, the way that we work, the way that we believe in each other. You know, to put yourself in positions to get one more game. And you know, next week won't need any motivational speeches. We know what's ahead. We're excited about the opportunity, and if we get this one, we get to play one more.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much, and go Noles.
Well, Jordan Travis was outstanding today. Travis at quarterback. But I'll tell you, that's one of the numbers that BC fans are going to see in their nightmares tonight. Keir Thomas and also number 11, Jermaine Johnson. Those guys in that defense, really terrific.
They dominated the football game. We're the biggest difference, and that's a big win for Florida State.
Tim, again, congratulations on your Hall of Fame honor. Now let's send it to Jordan and the guys and more football.